It's time for Angels Spring Training Baseball this afternoon from Tempe Diablo Stadium. It's the Angels and the San Francisco Giants. Hi, everybody. This is Terry Smith along with Jose Mota. Jose, it's Sunday. We're kind of winding down as far as the Cactus League is concerned, and also a lot happening earlier in the day today roster-wise.
Yes, Terry, that clubhouse right now is thinning out as it is all throughout the big leagues because now guys are being reassigned. So the big news for the Angels today, unfortunately for these guys, Nick Miranda continues to struggle. He again had a tough outing yesterday, option to AA. Fernando Cabrera and Chet Cordero reassigned to minor league camp. They don't know where they're going yet, especially the Cordero side. And then Brad Mills, a lefty, claimed by the Texas Rangers, which is a very interesting move on the side.
Yeah, Brad Mills was out of options. The Angels didn't figure he figured in their plans, so he was placed on the waiver wire and claimed by Texas. One guy who doesn't have to worry about a roster spot or anything right now is Mike Trout, and boy, has he been on fire here in the Cactus League.
Oh, Terry, his athletic ability is showing pretty much on every single aspect of his game. He is right on time with his hitting. The hands are flowing. The legs are where they need to be. And then we talk about playing the game well-rounded and showing everything. He's driving the ball to every part of the field. He's working counts. He's getting his walks. He's setting the table. And, of course, he's leading by example in stealing bases. He already has 5 stolen bases. As quietly as that sounds, yes, he does. And then defensively, we see a guy that's been shuffling between center field and left field, and nothing detracts him from being able to get good jumps, throwing the ball much better as he gets behind the ball. And for Mike Trout, overall, this is pretty much what we saw all of last season until the very end when he slowed down a little bit. But what an inspiration he has been. And by the way, the talk about 240 pounds have vanished.
Yeah, no concerns whatsoever as far as Trout right now physically. There are other hot hitters for the Angels other than Mike Trout, Jose.
Well, and the Angels overall have been swinging the bat so well. Now that the regulars get to play a little bit more, Howie Kendrick is Mr. All-Time Spring Training All-Star, and he continues to torch the ball everywhere, also hitting the ball with 2 strikes, and he wants to cut down on his strikeouts. Chris Iannetta, a healthy wrist and a healthy swing, also catching the ball well behind the plate and getting on base, which is very important. And Peter Borges gets another opportunity to be a starter, and he has pretty much run with it. He still wants to cut down on the strikeout. Certainly, you see the numbers, they don't lie. And not just on the Cactus League side, but how good the at-bats have been, Terry, and how consistent also they have been in hitting the ball squarely.
Well, as far as March Madness for the Angels, all 9 regular starters will be in the lineup for the Angels for the very first time in today's game against the Giants. Jose, it's not all hitting. You need pitching, and the Angels got some good pitching yesterday in a split squad day.
Yeah, finally we got some good news from the guys on the mound. And first of all, Joe Blanton continues to shine. He has been an example of what throwing strikes is all about. He threw 6 solid innings yesterday against the Cubs, and he still has not issued a walk here in the spring in 13 innings. Garrett Richards can find himself with a spot in the bullpen. By the way, he threw the ball very economical, sinking the ball well, and also taking a lot out of his breaking ball.
Well, the Angels are going to have a lefty on the hill today. So are the Giants, for that matter. A pretty good pitching matchup. Couple of veteran left-handers. Jason Vargas goes for the Angels.
You know, Vargas stuff has been there. The fact that command has not is a big test against the Giants. But when you see the breaking ball going down like that, then you see fastballs on this side. Those fastballs are being hit hard. The changeup needs to be off the plate today, alongside Terry, his cut fastball, because we know that today he'll go a little bit deeper. And Mike Scioscia and his defense are looking forward to him putting the ball in play for those hitters.
Jason Vargas making his 5th start for the Angels this spring. Well, the Angels and the Giants will not square off during the regular season. Who knows? They could be World Series opponents once again in 2013. It's the Angels and the Giants. We'll have the starting lineups and the start of today's game in a moment here on Fox Sports West.
Introducing GM.
in spring training, the Valley of the Sun here in Tempe Diablo Stadium. The Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West. Jose Mora and Terry Smith and Darren Chan. The Angels getting ready to take on the world champions, the San Francisco Giants, managed by Bruce Bochy. Always a popular ball club, always a popular manager. Also, their hitting coach just got done in a successful run with the World Baseball Classic in Team Netherlands. That's Hensley Mielens. Lineups have been exchanged, and for Bochy and his Giants, Angel Pagan is leading off in center field. Batting second, Marcos Scudero. Postseason hero Scudero at second base. Hunter Pence will bat third. Pence is in right field. Buster Posey, NL MVP, is and also leading hitter. Posey, designated hitter, batting fourth. Joaquin Arias is batting fifth at third base. There's been a correction here. Brandon Belt is not in the lineup. Belt a late scratch. So Arias again batting fifth at third base. Andres Torres is in left field batting sixth. Brandon Crawford at shortstop batting seventh. Guillermo Quiroz is the catcher batting eighth. And LA product and USC product, Ricky Oropesa. Oropesa is at first base, and he is batting ninth. Once again, Pagan, Scudero, Pence, Posey, Arias, Torres, Crawford, Quiroz, and Oropesa with Zito on the mound. The Angels are on the field, and the Angels starting lineup is brought to you by McDonald's. And at McDonald's, it's not getting late. It's just getting started. Grab your favorites like the Egg McMuffin sandwich, hotcakes and sausage, and McCafe drinks. Breakfast after midnight. It's more ways to love your McDonald's breakfast at participating McDonald's. Mike Trout leads off for the Angels in left field. Batting second, Eric Ibar. He is patrolling shortstop. Batting third, Albert Pujols back at first base. Batting fourth is Josh Hamilton in right field. Batting fifth, designated hitter, is Mark Trumbo. Batting sixth is Howie Kendrick at second base. Batting seventh, third baseman Alberto Callaspo. Batting eighth is catcher Chris Iannetta, and batting ninth is Peter Borges in center field. And this is pretty much a lineup, Terry, that we had not seen before. Angels regulars right now, all nine of them starting here for the first time.
You got it, Jose. The umpires today, Jim Reynolds will be calling balls and strikes. Gary Darling, the umpire on the bases, along with Angel Campos and Adam Hamari. Those are the three umpires who will be rotating on the bases. Dimensions here in Tempe: 340 down the left field side, 359 down the right field corner, 420 to dead center, and 400 feet in the alleys in left center and right center. Jason Vargas wrapping up his warm-up tosses. We want to remind you this copyrighted broadcast is presented by Authority of Angels Baseball. May not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the expressed written consent of Angels Baseball. Angels after this game with just one more Cactus League home game. And that will wrap up the Cactus League for the Angels here in Arizona on Wednesday afternoon when Texas is in. Angels will play road games tomorrow against the White Sox, Tuesday night against the D-backs, and then back here for the finale in the Cactus League on Wednesday against the Rangers. We're ready for baseball today. Set to deliver is Vargas. His first pitch a little bit high. We're underway. The count 1 ball, no strikes on the switch hitting center fielder Angel Pagan. 73 degrees on this Sunday as we get things started. Here's the next pitch, and that's right in there for a called strike. 1-1 the count.
Terry, did it feel like 73 down there doing the TV Open?
It felt like 103 down there today. Yep.
Scorching sun today.
Yep. No breeze at all right now here at game time, and the next delivery, that one is outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Big crowd here. We might have a record crowd when it's all said and done today. And the 2-1 pitch. That one is low, ball 3. So it's 3 balls, 1 strike on Pagani. Hit .288 last year with the Giants as they won the World Series.
Talk about the crowd. The Angels have drawn 104,631 fans here at home.
The 3-1 delivery. It's popped up. Should be an easy play. Coming in is the first baseman, Pujols. He's more than halfway down towards home plate. Makes the catch in fair territory on the infield grass. And that's the game's first out. 1 away.
Well, Jason Vargas has thrown a few fastballs up in the zone here in spring training. A lot of them have been getting hit fairly hard, but in that last one, Pagan, his eyes got really big. His swing got a little bit longer, and Vargas, even warming up, I noticed a little extra pop on that fastball.
So here's Marco Scutaro. Scutaro turned out to be such a valuable addition for the Giants after they got him from Colorado last year. In the pitch, he goes after the first one, lifts it in the air to right field. Long run for Hamilton, makes the running catch toward the line in right field. Good job by Josh. He had a good read on that one off the bat of Scutaro. Tried to go the opposite way. That's out number 2.
Sure, no doubt he was a key piece. A guy that many actually criticized when Brian Saban made that trade, saying, where's the name guy? Well, the name guy is the guy that could play the game right, and that was Marco Scutaro.
After they got Scutaro last July from Colorado, all Scutaro did was hit .362 for them the rest of the regular season. It's a bouncing ball at the bat of Hunter Pence, and that's going to skip through into center field for a 2-out hit. Pence, first ball swinging. He's had a good spring for the Giants, hitting over .350. So he's a 2-out base runner.
He's fun to watch. I mean, Hunter Pence is very much a throwback of a ball player. Look at the uniform. There's no style to it. Just plays the game hard, gets dirty. Oh, batting gloves. He chokes up on the bat. And he's productive. He had over 100 RBIs last year.
So here is Buster Posey. Their DH today. He's not catching for them. Lop toss over to first base, and back to the bag goes the base runner Hunter Pence. What a year Posey had last year. He ended up being the National League MVP. He was the first catcher in the National League to win a batting title since 1942. That was Ernie Lombardi who did that, as that one is fouled back.
And he won it actually on a technicality because the suspended Melky Cabrera conceded it. Melky was the one leading the National League, but he got busted.
Right, and those two were teammates when last season began. 0-1 to count on Posey. He takes that one a little bit low. 1 ball, 1 strike. We have seen in recent years, Jose, catchers from both leagues win batting titles, which is basically unheard of. I mentioned, look how long it was since a National League catcher won a batting title. And of course, Joe Mauer's won a few with the Twins in the American League.
And both earlier in their careers.
Yeah. Here's the 1-1. Posey fouls that one off on the right side. Posey's had kind of a fair spring. Nothing great by any stretch. He's hitting only .226.
I don't think he missed a single accolade last year. Ending with the World Championship, the MVP, the comeback player after the devastating ankle and lower leg injury.
The count's 1-2 on Posey. And there's a toss again over to first base. Pence gets back. Pence used to steal a few more bases earlier in his career. He only had 5 all of last season, spending time with Philadelphia and also the Giants. He draws another throw and just got back. Actually, Albert's buying a few feet off the bag.
Yeah, that was an interesting read, an interesting tag by Albert. He has to read Vargas almost like the base runner. And this by design. Mike Such has been doing this for a long time with his first baseman and the lefties up on the mound. You watch a first baseman off the bat. It's almost like you have 2 base runners out there trying to read you.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Here's the next pitch on Posey. It's high. A fastball misses. 2-2 the count.
Posey looking for a way to drive the baseball. Only 1 extra base hit all spring.
Buster Posey will turn 26 years old this Wednesday, and he is a career .314 hitter. Here's the pitch, and he takes that one low. So the count runs full on him. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Vargas is a pitcher who's normally around the plate. Last year with Seattle, his final year with the Mariners, he threw a little over 217 innings. He walked only 55. He's walked 3 so far this spring in 15 innings. Runner goes, the pitch, it's fouled off on that 3-2 delivery, backing out of play on the right side. So we'll do it again with the count holding.
That's a pitch I was talking about during our open of the show, Terry, that Vargas has not thrown enough of. Is that fastball? Off the play, the ball is going to be moving in. And you can see how much he tied up Buster Posey on that swing, right below the label. That makes home play a little bit bigger for that changeup.
Again, the 3-2, and this one is popped up into right field. Circling under toward the line is Hamilton. He's there to put it away, and a nice inning for Jason Vargas. He retires 3 of the 4, and no damage whatsoever for San Francisco. No runs, a hit, no errors. They end up leaving 1 on base. Bottom of the first coming up. There's no score from Tempe on the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West.
You know,
Kids, don't forget the Junior Angels Kids Club, presented by Farrell's Ice Cream Parlors and Restaurants, is now accepting members for the upcoming 2013 season. Now, members receive an exclusive Mike Trout jersey, 2 ticket vouchers, a fast pass to Kids Run the Bases, and more. To sign up, visit angels.com/Junior Angels or visit any of the Southern California Farrell's locations. The veteran Barry Zito, who had a nice season last year for the Giants and pitched well for them in the postseason as well, will get the start against the Angels. We have already seen Zito, and that was way back when things were just cranking up in spring training. He pitched the game against the Angels back on the 27th of March, which was the first full week of the Cactus League. That was his first start, and the Angels got a couple of hits, couple of runs against him in that outing. So he faces Mike Trout, and the first pitch, Trout takes it for a called strike. Trout is hitting .395 this spring. And the pitch. That one is swung on and missed, and Mike is in the hole. It's now 0-2.
Barry Zito, terrific story in the postseason in the second half. Very strong, too. In September, Zito went 4-0 for the Giants.
Postseason in 3 starts, his ERA was under 2. And the pitch, that one is inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Trout. Ibar and Pujols will follow. The Angels have all 9 of their regulars in the lineup for the first time this spring. And the 1-2 pitch. Trout, this one in the air in the left center field. Cruising over, though, and making the catch on that one is Angel Pregame. And that will be the first out. Routine play, 1 gone. Eric Ibar, the next batter.
It's one of the swings pretty much timed to off speed, and the ball got in. So a good pitch by Zito. Even though it was a pitch not even hitting the high 80s, it was well located to tie him up.
Yeah, between these 2 starting pitchers today, I don't know that we'll see a pitch thrown 90 miles per hour.
I think Vargas has a better chance.
Yep. There's a pitch that's a little bit low. And the count, 1 ball, no strikes.
You're right. It's going to be somewhere in the mid-80s on the average for both on the fastball.
Yep, no doubt.
Combined.
Here's the next pitch, and that's a slow one right in there for a called strike.
Even though you still don't believe me when I tell you that Vargas had a higher fastball average last year than Jared Weaver.
I still find that hard to believe. I know Weave's velocity has been dipping in recent years.
It's there, Terry.
There's a pitch that's high. But again, my contention is that Weaver throws a faster fastball than Vargas, but he just doesn't do it as much. So in other words, he might top out at 92 where Vargas might top out at 89.
Yeah, but Vargas averaged 88, so he had to throw a few 90 or 91s just to keep that. But you're right, there's a closer gap between Vargas fastballs than between Weaver's.
Right. Vargas, his fastball doesn't deviate much as far as the speed. He's going to be 88, 89, maybe 90 on occasions, where Weaver might get it up to 92, but then he'll throw a number that are 88 or 87. There's a pitch that's in there for a called strike, and the count runs full here on Ibar.
And Weave with 85 and 86 gets it done. This guy just about hitting spots.
Yeah, he gets swings and misses at that speed. Here's the 3-2. Ibar pops it foul. It's going to get back to the seats and out of play. Alfredo Griffin coaching at first base. Dino Ebel is coaching over at third base. Center fielder Pregame plays a shallow center. Here's the 3-2. Chopped on the third base side. Arias has it, and his throw is in time to get Ibar. That's the second out. Joaquin Arias getting the start at third base. The Giants right now are a little bit concerned about Pablo Sandoval. He's been bothered by right arm issues this spring, an irritated nerve in his right arm. And of course, he's had injury issues in the past. He's had a lot of hand problems, hamstring problems. And whether or not he's going to be ready to go for them opening day remains to be seen. So with 2 outs, here's Albert Pujols. Albert at .313 here in the Cactus League. That's his batting average, and he takes the first one for ball 1.
Pujols with a soft thrower like Barry's. And at some point, he's going to see the curveball and the changeup. This is a key here. How much he lifts that leg tonight or today.
Here's the next pitch, and that one is outside 2-0.
You can see Pujols just rocking it back slightly without lifting up that front foot. Just going back, charging, going from there.
Here's the 2-0, and Albert drills one into left center field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Cutting the ball off is Torres, and Pujols will be held to a long single on that one, as he is on with 2 outs, and it'll give Josh Hamilton a chance to bat here in the bottom of the first.
Albert does it. Outstanding approach, a pitch up on the zone. Another ball hit near the label. And the approach work, keeping it simple. Just this. The front knee. And getting it down on time.
So here's Hamilton. Lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch, he goes after it, cuts at it, and fouls it off on the left side, backing out of play.
Well, the lineup is set right now, Terry. 9 regulars play together or start together for the first time here in the spring.
Right. Although with that said, when the Angels open the regular season, they'll have to bat their pitcher because they'll be in Cincinnati. Here's the pitch. That one is fouled off on the left side.
And for it not to be Jared Weaver, something major has to happen. And Cincinnati has already announced Johnny Cueto will be the number 1.
2 strikes the count here on Josh Hamilton. Trumbo would be up next. Pujols is the 2-out base runner. He's getting a good lead. They're not holding the bag over there. And the pitch, Hamilton pops that one foul. It's going to get back to the seats as well. It was kind of a defensive swing there. Zito gets positioned on the far third base corner of that pitching rubber. I mean, he's almost off the rubber. He's ready, and the 0-2 again fouled back just to our left and out of play. Angels record this spring: 7 wins, 16 losses, 4 ties. The Giants are under 500 this spring as well. They have 11 wins, 14 losses, and 4 ties. Giants lost to the A's yesterday, 12-5, as Hamilton lifts one into left center field. It's going to drop in for a base hit. Albert's going to get to third on it. Hamilton's going to have a double. Hamilton got the second before Pujols got the third, and the Angels have runners in scoring position, and we'll see if Trumbo can cash in with 2 outs.
It's a pretty good job of hitting lefty against lefty. Until then, there hadn't been anybody who had squared the baseball in the first 3 batters. And Hamilton, a couple balls off the end of the bat, foul balls, and finally gets something. It was due to one thing. He knew at some point Zito was going to try to expand away more and more.
Yeah, that was a good job of hitting by Hamilton, because even the balls he fouled off were all on the left side. He knew he wasn't going to be able to pull it against him, and he didn't try to. Here's Trumbo, and he took a big, vicious cut at that pitch and misses it for strike 1.
He tried.
Yeah, Trumbo definitely looking to pull the ball there. 0-1 the count on Mark. Here's the next pitch, and he swings it down and fouls it straight back to the screen, so he's in the hole 0-2.
We talk about the Albert Pujols as a right-hander and what he was doing against Zito in minimizing movement, especially head movement. But you see different thing here from Trumbo, who is getting a little lift on that front leg, and just got caught in between here last pitch.
0-2 delivery. Trumbo hits it high in the air into right center field. It should be caught. Camping under, waiting, and making the grab is Pregame. That ball carried, but a pretty routine play, although hit well into right center. In the inning, the Angels threatened but failed to score. No runs, a pair of 2-out hits, no errors, and a pair left on. After 1, no score in Tempe on the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West. We go to the second inning. No score here in Tempe. Batters for the Giants: Arias, Torres, and Crawford against left-hander Jason Vargas. Here comes the first pitch. Chopped on the left side. High hopper waiting for it to come down. Callaspo has it and throws and gets Arias. That's the first out. Andres Torres, switch hitter. Left fielder will be the next batter. Fans win a 2-night stay, 1 round of golf and dinner for 2 at the Fantasy Resort Casino in Palm Springs. Send a text with the message AM 830 Fantasy to 50352 to sign up. A contestant will be announced daily starting on opening day, April the 1st. Full contest rules are available at am830.net. Keyword fantasy. And it's brought to you by the Fantasy Resort Casino in Palm Springs. First pitch on Torres. And that one is in there for a strike. Next delivery swings and misses that one. 0-2.
It's an interesting go around for Andres Torres. Very valuable in their World Series run a couple of years ago. And he's back now as a free agent. And one-time trader for the guy who's now playing center field, Angel Pagan.
Yeah. 0-2. Bounced by the mound, through into center field. That's a base hit. So Torres is on. That's their second hit in the ballgame. A one-out single here in the second. And Brandon Crawford, the shortstop, will be the next batter.
Yeah, the other interesting thing about Torres, he's a former track star in Puerto Rico. You just watch the way he runs. He still has the open hands, the flipping of the wrists. He can really run. A kid that was a late bloomer in learning the game, he admits.
And he's a veteran now. He's 35 years old. He was with the Mets last year and came back for his second tour of duty now with the Giants. There's a pitch that's in there for a called strike on Brandon Crawford.
This young man was absolutely terrific. A highlight film of how to play shortstop, especially during the World Series. Brilliant job.
Here's the next pitch, and he goes after that one and fouls it off on the left side, backing out of play. Crawford went to UCLA. He was a fourth-round pick of the Giants in 2008. He's from the Bay Area. He actually grew up a Giants fan. And he idolized Royce Clayton growing up in the Bay Area. He's had a chance to get to know him now.
Valley resident, Royce Clayton.
Yeah.
Valley of the Sun, I should say, right? For those watching in LA.
There's a pitch that's low and outside on Crawford.
Talking to Bruce Bochy, his manager, 2 years ago, when he first came up, he goes, all we got to teach Brandon Crawford as a hitter is to use his back leg. There's too much dragging sometimes, and slows down his bat so much. But he's finally getting there.
1-2 pitch. He swings and misses that one. He went after him with an up and in fastball, struck him out.
Well, that's in terms of location and pitching off the plate. Another good example here by Jason Vargas. Terry, that might have been 91.
Yeah, he might have hit the 90 mark with that one.
You still gave me that. Come on, Jose. That might have been 91, Terry, yeah, upstairs.
Might have been. So here's Quiros getting ready to bat. He was with the Red Sox for a brief time last year. Played most of last season in AAA. He's moved around, been with a lot of different organizations. He takes the first pitch for a ball and then a snap throw by Iannetta to first, and Torres back to the bag safely. 1 ball, no strikes, the count. Here's the next one from Vargas. That's low and in. Good stop on that one by Iannetta. 2 balls, no strikes.
Much different spring for Chris Iannetta, who's been healthy, and of course he knows a little bit more about the ins and outs of Mike Scioscia's game, and of course working with his starters and relievers for a second spring.
2-0 pitch, and that missed inside. It's now 3-0. Ricky Oropesa is waiting on deck. He was a late addition to their lineup as Pelt was scratched because of a stiff neck, and boy, he's had a really good spring for the Giants. Speaking of Pelt, there's ball 4 on Quiros, and he will trot to first base with a 2-out walk.
As you mentioned, Brandon Belt is a guy that coming around too. Look how much the postseason helped him in getting more mature as a player and accepting the challenges, playing at a higher level.
Brandon Belt, they call him the baby giraffe.
In fact, he's got a stiff neck right now.
Well, there you go. It all makes sense now.
That's what kept him out.
So here is Oropesa. He's a left-handed batter. He takes that one for a ball to count on him. It's 1 ball, no strikes.
Well, Pesce, top prospect. He is a kid that can hit the ball a long ways. Out of USC, born in L.A. Single A last year. Very impressive. 98 RBIs with 16 home runs. Fine young talent.
1 ball, no strikes to count on him. 23 years old. Vargas in a little bit of trouble here, trying to work out of it with 2 outs. He's ready. And the next pitch. That one is fouled back to the screen right in front of us. So the count 1 ball and 1 strike.
Got the matchup Vargas needs right now. Is lefty youngster against him. Still haven't seen Terry that many breaking balls yet. Even throughout the spring, you know, a lot of breaking balls that Vargas can throw down in the dirt. He's still trying to get the feel for that pitch. And it'll be ideal to find it here against a young left-handed hitter with some pop.
Here's the next delivery, and checking the swing on that one is Oropesa. The count 2 balls and 1 strike. He's hit .304 for the Giants this spring. They've taken a look at him. He's had a homer. He's driven in 6 runs. Certainly figures to begin the year in the minors, having just a year of A-ball under his belt. But a good prospect for San Francisco, as Jose mentioned. Vargas has slowed it down a little bit. We're in the second. There's no score. Angels had a threat in the bottom of the first, left runners at second and third. Giants have runners at first and second, 2 outs here in the second inning. And now Vargas and Iannetta need to get on the same page, so Chris is going to go out and have a word with the Angels starter. Fans, on Saturday, April the 13th, the Angels will take on the Houston Astros. Game time 6:05 at the Big A. Fans in attendance receive a Mike Trout bobblehead courtesy of State Farm while supplies last. Purchase tickets for that game. Visit the Angels Stadium ticket office or go to angels.com. Meeting is over. The count's 2-1, and the next delivery fouled back just above us, out of play. 2-2 the count. Angel Pagan would be up next. He's their leadoff man. Wind starting to pick up a bit at the moment, blowing out to left and left center. The 2-2 pitch, and that one is waved at and missed. Fooled him, struck him out, and the inning is over.
He got it. Found a breaking ball against a youngster.
So a pair of strikeouts in the inning for Vargas, and that'll do it for San Francisco here in the second. No runs. They had a hit, a walk, no errors. They leave 2. Bottom of the second coming up. No score on the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West. Fans, don't forget groups of 20 or more can enjoy Angels baseball for as low as $8 per seat. This year, take advantage of the exclusive group hat collection for select series. To book your group outing, just call 888-796-HALO or visit angels.com/groups. So here we go to the bottom of the second. And hot-hitting Howie Kendrick will lead it off. Howie's had 26 hits here in Arizona in the Cactus League, and he's hitting over 480. So here's the first pitch, and he looks that one over. It's outside for ball one. It's 1-0. Harry Zito is set. He delivers. That's in there for a called strike. Zito is in the final year of that 7-year deal that he signed with the Giants when he left the A's. There is a club option on him for next season. It'll be pricey. And the pitch, that one is waved at and missed. The count 1-2. Zito is now 34 years old. Of course, since he's been with the Giants, Jose, they've won 2 world championships, although the first one they won, he wasn't even on the postseason roster.
Which he said was pretty much a low point of his career.
Yeah. There's one that's a little bit low and outside. 2-2 on Howie.
How about that? He and Sandoval were not even key pieces in their World Series run a couple years back.
Yep. They won in 2010, and of course they won last year. Here's the next one on Howie. He lifts it in the air into straightaway center. Routine play for Pregame. They'll squeeze it, and that's the first out.
Well, Terry, the Vernon Wells rumors continue to flow, and they're getting hotter by the minute.
Right. Well, we mentioned at the top that supposedly the Angels and Yankees are very close to completing a deal. Vernon has apparently waived his no-trade clause, and he was off today to begin with. Now, whether or not that's a coincidence or maybe by design, but Wells not in uniform for this game today. Usually where there's smoke, there's fire, so you got to think something is happening here.
Well, and, you know, the name came up about 3 weeks ago when Curtis Granderson went down. And it was quickly dismissed, but Wells has put himself in a position where teams have had to pay attention.
Right, because he's had such a good spring, and there's one line by Callaspo over the head of Arias, the third baseman. It'll drop into left field, and the Angels have their third hit in the game, a one-out single here in the second. Chris Iannetta will be the next batter.
I was talking to Vernon just yesterday, and he said how comfortable he feels at the plate, how much he wants to play and contribute. Mike Soja has been very open. But Vernon has been, you know, very honest about his role if there's one for him with the Angels. And he said, you know, he's a guy that could push for some playing time, but he understands where we are right now with the outfield situation.
Here's Iannetta at the plate. He's hitting .400 this spring, and he fouls one off over by Peter Borges, who's waiting on deck.
But, of course, you know, even with a no-trade clause, any player in that position we just approved where he's going to play. Just a chance to play.
Right. Yeah, it's pretty much a no-brainer that he would waive that, knowing he would get an opportunity to maybe be an everyday player. Here's the pitch, and that's in there. A slow off-speed pitch for a called strike.
And of course, a catch. I know many fans have asked, why don't they just trade him? And this goes back, you know, to last year. It's all the money that's still owed to Vernon Wells. It's not just an easy, yeah, somebody is going to go ahead and swallow all that money. It's not going to work that way.
Here's the next pitch. Popped up on the right side. Chasing is Oropesa, the first baseman in foul ground. Coming over is the second baseman, Scudero. It drops foul just out of Scudero's reach. He gave it a good effort there. It's a foul ball, and the count holding at no balls, 2 strikes. The Angels owe Vernon Wells somewhere around $42 million. And if they are able to trade him, the conventional wisdom is that the Angels are still going to have to pay the bulk of that money that's still owed to Vernon.
That's the only way another team will do the trade.
Vernon Wells slated to be the Angels' highest paid player this season. Here's a ground ball. It's bounced to third. Could be two. Second one. Relay to first. It is a double play. So that one turned easily. Taylor made 5-4-3 to end the inning. No runs. The Angels had a hit, no errors, and nobody left. We're headed to the third. No score on the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West. Fans, don't forget on Thursday, April the 11th, the Angels will take on the Oakland A's at the Big A. Game time will be at 7:05. Fans in attendance receive a Mike Trout blanket. It's courtesy of Pechanga Resort and Casino. Don't forget those blankets will be given away that evening while supplies last. To purchase your tickets for that game, visit the Angels Stadium ticket office or angels.com. Angel Pagan will lead it off for San Francisco. Scoreless so far. We head to the top of the third. Pagan, their leadoff batter. He popped out to Pujols his first time up. Scudero and Pence will follow as Jason Vargas delivers, and this one is popped up into shallow right center. Josh Hamilton is circling under. He'll one-hand it, and one pitch, one away.
Yes, 4 fly ball outs now with Jason Vargas on the mound. A couple of strikeouts, only 1 ground ball down. And for his career, he's always been a fly ball pitcher. Only about a 46% ground ball ratio in his career for Vargas. Benefited mightily by pitching in Seattle. He should benefit even more by pitching at the Big A half of the time.
So the batter is Scudero. A fly out to right his first time up. And the pitch, he takes it. It's in there for a called strike. Jason Vargas, the Angels newcomer, was 4th in the American League in quality starts last year. He made 33 starts, and 22 of them were quality starts. And quality start, you consider that, what, Jose, at least 6 innings, giving up 3 earned runs or less.
It's a new standard. Not that new anymore.
Yep. 1-1. That one is outside. 2-1 the count. Infield is back. The outfield is shading Scudero a little bit the opposite way. Here's the next pitch. He takes that one for a called strike. Vargas is on a 1-year deal with the Angels. He avoided arbitration, signed with the Angels for this 2013 season after coming over from Seattle. He'll be a free agent at the end of the year. Here's the pitch. It's lifted in the air into right field, right at Hamilton. And a crouch down to catch that one. The ball was losing steam, and that's the second out. Been a busy first few innings for Hamilton. He already has 4 putouts in the game.
Stay ready, busy on the air. especially with that changeup, as more guys approach Vargas going the other way. A lot of them, as you can notice, have been getting under the fastball and not getting enough of a line drive swing on the changeups.
Here's Hunter Pence, and he thought about chasing that one. Looks at it, and it's in there for a strike.
He's found a good feel for that breaking ball, just like the ones he finished Oropesa on. He was able to start it off against Pence for a strike.
Here's the next delivery, and that one's ripped by Pence by Callaspo, and down the left field corner it rolls. Just getting to it is Trout. He'll fire it back to the infield. Pence has had Vargas's number. He's hit the ball hard against him a couple times, a pair of hits.
Once again, just a throwback. See the ball, hit the ball. Nothing too fancy about Hunter Pence. Cut out of that David Eckstein Screwdero mold, just like that.
The Giants have brought some fans here today, and the ones they've brought, they're pretty loud. Heard a few screamers down there.
Yeah, they are. And they are one of the best draws here in the Valley of the Sun. I mean,
no doubt.
They pack that Scottsdale Stadium day after day.
Here's the pitch, and this one is popped up by Posey. It should be the final out. It looks like another put out for Josh Hamilton. He's under. He'll put it away, and 3 fly balls hit to Hamilton, the right fielder, to end the inning. Just 9 pitches thrown by Vargas. He sits down 3 of 4. No runs, a hit, no errors, 1 left. Bottom of the third is coming up. There's no score on the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Peter Borges will lead things off for the Angels. What's been going on in the press box today? It seems like a lot of the writers aren't there. Where have they been today?
Looking for news. They know where to stand.
They're on the Vernon Wells watch right now, I guess. Yes. All right, well, we'll see how that whole thing plays out, if anything does play out today on Vernon Wells. A lot of rumors flying around. He could be dealt to the Yankees by day's end. And the batter now is Peter Borges. Peter's first time up. He tries to bunt that one and fouls it off over on the first base side. 0-1 to count.
Interesting, the intention there by Peter Borges was not to get it past Zito and into the second base area, but to deaden it in front of the first baseman and then make that race between he and the pitcher to the bag.
Here's the next delivery, and that one misses low. Bumped into Peter's dad, Chris, today. He played briefly for the San Francisco Giants, did Chris Borges. He's now scouting for San Diego. The 1-1. And this one's popped back foul behind the plate. It's going to get back to the seats and out of play. It's now 1 ball, 2 strikes. No runs, 3 hits for the Angels. No runs, 3 hits for the Giants. Zito has the sign. And here's his next pitch. And boy, that one was a slow pitch there that really fooled Borges. He was way out in front of it. Struck him out.
It's one of those where you end up almost landing twice. Double landing and the ball still doesn't get there. And Zito had a very good bite on that 12-6. Used to be known as the drop.
Yep, that's pretty much been considered his best pitch in his career, his curveball. So here's Trout. He flied out to center his first time up. And the pitch, that one is outside for a ball.
This is where you want to see Mike Trout go to work. The cutter beat him when he flew out to the center fielder the first time up. This is where he goes back into barrel mode. Flip it.
1-0. He chops that one foul, third base side. 1-1 to count on Trout.
That's right there. He stays back, but then he goes into just a quicker hand mode. And it's just amazing. Watch him in spring. It's pretty much a continuation of last season. But also, last season he was very good at making adjustments throughout the game, and his average got higher as the game progressed, for the most part.
The 1-1 delivery, high and away. 2-1 on Mike Trout. Trout playing left field today. He figures to play a lot of left this season, although he will likely be in center when the season begins. When it's fouled back, and the reason being the Angels will be in Cincinnati in all likelihood without a DH for that series. Trout will see action in center, and Trumbo very well could be playing left. Here's the 2-2. That one is skied in the air into left center field. He gave it a pretty good ride, but it's going to stay in the ballpark. Cutting across and making the grab on that one is Angel Pregame. He cut right in front of Andres Torres out there in deep left center. That is out number 2. Let's pause for station identification here on the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West. Terry Smith, Jose Mota, and our producer-engineer Darren Chan with you for Sunday afternoon baseball here in the Valley. A scoreless game in the third. Pitch on its way. Ibar batting. Showed signs of bunting and takes it for ball 1.
Different idea than Peter Borges. Ibar had the intention of getting it past Zito and into the vacated second base area there by Scudero.
Here's the next pitch from Zito. And that one is low. Zito is not allowed more than 2 runs in any of his 4 appearances coming into this one. And his last outing, which was a game 5 days ago, he had 7 strikeouts against Seattle. Did that in 5 innings of work. Here's the 2-0 in there, called strike on Eric. 2-1 to count. Zito set. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Chopped sharply right to short. Handled by Crawford. This should be the inning at will. The throw will get Ibar. One shortstop retires another, and that'll do it for the Angels here in the third. No runs, hits, or errors. Nobody left. 4th inning is coming up. No score on the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West. First batter up for the Giants as we head to the fourth inning. Joaquin Arias. It's a scoreless game here in Tempe. Angels and the San Francisco Giants.
Reflecting more of a regular season game with two good lefties out there on the mound throwing their stuff and keeping hitters off balance.
First pitch on its way. That's in there for a called strike. This game has a little bit of the feel of yesterday's game here when the Angels beat Milwaukee 5-1. Angels got very good starting pitching from Derek Richards in that one.
Now you talk about outstanding job by Richards, and also on the other side of town in Mason, Joe Blanton. Brilliant job.
Yep.
Blanton still had not allowed a walk in 13 innings here in camp.
Here's a pitch that swung on and missed by Arias, and the count 1-2. Torres and Crawford will follow here for San Francisco. And the 1-2 pitch. A little low. 2-2 the count. Jason Vargas, a pretty quick worker. He doesn't waste much time out there. He's set. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Popped foul. It's going to get back and out of play on the right side.
He's pitching to the lane. The fastball right before that changeup was right in that lane. And what that does, it just alerts the hitter, opens up their eyes to that spot of the plate. Then you go change up a little bit slower. That's why you saw the swing there. Not a good one.
Again, the 2-2. That one is waved at and missed. The ball got away from Iannetta. Picks it up, fires the first to Pujols. That'll complete the strikeout. So that's the third one for Vargas. That's the first out here in the fourth. And Andres Torres will be the next batter.
Well, you do that and drop the changeup in a different lane, and most likely the hitter thinks he already has your speed gauged. I think you can at least make contact, and he doesn't.
Torres, as he bats for the second time today, he's already had a hit. Here's the pitch, and he takes that one for a ball. We're talking about the Giants, and they've been a very good draw for a long time here in the Valley. Their ballpark, their spring training ballpark, is in Scottsdale. There's a pitch that's cut on a miss. They had 12,000 yesterday for their game against the A's in Scottsdale. And you look at their home crowds, and a lot of them have been in double figures. The pitch, that's popped up on the right side, foul and out of play.
Guys like the Cubs have always had those fans, dating back generations and across the nation and across moves and everything that just have continued to be very loyal through the years.
There's the pitch. That one is fouled off down the left side, back and out of play. They've had 11 crowds this spring of 5 figures. The Angels have not had one, but that's only because Tempe Diablo can't hold a 5-figure crowd.
Also some fancy from the Giants Phoenix Firebird days.
Yeah, that used to be the AAA club for the Giants in the Pacific Coast League. There's one that's low, and the count 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's a scoreless game. We're in the fourth inning. Angels and San Francisco here. A beautiful day in Tempe where the temperature 73 degrees when we got started. The 2-2 pitch fouled off down the left side. It's going to get way back to the fans down the left side, out of play. The lawn area here at Tempe Diablo Stadium, which stretches from down in the left field corner all the way out to left center field. Boy, that's packed with people today. They're all crammed together out there. There's one that's low.
They look at all the people hiding from the sun, which is scorching here today.
Right.
In that shade in the concourse area.
Yeah, concourse area. It's tough to navigate that right now. So many people standing up in that area. The 3-2 delivery, grounded right to second, handled there by Howie. His throw will be out number 2 in the inning. 2 up and 2 away. Brandon Crawford will be the next batter.
In case you tuned in a little bit later, the Angels did make some transactions today and reassigned Reassigned to minor league camp. Nick Miranda option to Double-A. Fernando Cabrera, who was fighting for a spot in the bullpen, obviously, and Brett Mills claimed by the Texas Rangers off a waiver wire. Chad Cordero reassigned to minor league camp. Among others, Matt Young, Kevin Johnson, Luke Carlin, Tommy Field, and Scott Cousins. Both Cousins and Field optioned to Salt Lake City. So plenty of moves. Busy morning for Mike Scioscia and the staff.
First pitch was fouled off by Crawford over by his on-deck circle. He's their shortstop. He struck out his first time up. Lefty-lefty matchup, and the next pitch, he nubs that one on the third base side. It's a fair ball, and it's going to stay fair, and Callaspo is just going to have to hold on to it. That was a little squibber, close to being a line hugger up that third base side, and that'll be a two-out infield hit.
You can't even do that if you tried it in batting practice. Not by design, but it is a beauty.
So Crawford is aboard. And here is Quiros, who signed a minor league deal with the Giants in the offseason.
The Giants very well represented behind the plate. With Hector Sanchez and Buster Posey, of course. It's a good one, too.
They had, Eli Whiteside here for a number of years. Played briefly for them last year. No longer in their organization.
I saw Eli just a couple of days ago.
Yep. 0-1 is the count on Quiros. There goes the runner, and the pitch, it's missed. The throw to second, not in time. That'll be a stolen base for Crawford. He got a good jump on Vargas, did Crawford, to steal second.
He went first move after seeing Vargas. Watching him from the dugout, watching what he does. Not much of a mix in moves. He's concentrated on the hitter.
Crawford is not a real big base stealer. He had only one stolen base last year. Here's the 0-2. Low. Good block by the catcher, Iannetta. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
On the National League, you got to be, if you're batting 7th, especially. There's many times where you may have the speed, but the manager doesn't want to run you because they're not going to pitch at number 8 to fade number 9. So a lot of things that go into managing and especially your base running and aggressiveness on the bases when that number 9 is your pitcher.
1-2. Fouled back to our right. Back it out of play. So the battle continues here. The count holding at 1 ball and 2 strikes. When the Angels bat in the bottom of the 4th, it'll be the meat of the batting order. Pujols, Hamilton, and Trumbo, 3, 4, and 5 against Barry Zito. Vargas has the new baseball. He's ready to come in. And the 1-2 pitch. Drilled down the left side, but that one is going to land foul down around the open air bullpen for the visitors down that left field corner. Long strike, still 1-2.
We've seen a lot of those here today. And it's not necessarily a bad thing because that means his changeup, his curveball, which obviously are very similar speed-wise, but he's missing at locations where the hitter sees it well, but not able to keep it in play. A good feel for his off-speed here today from Jason Vargas.
He's set again, the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Fooled him. Chased the pitch that was outside. Struck him out, and the inning is over. So a pair of strikeouts in the inning for Vargas, who now has 4 through the first 4 innings. In the inning, no runs. They had a hit. They've had one in every inning. No errors, and they leave a runner on. They've stranded 5 through 4. We're going to the bottom of the 4th inning. Still no score on the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. First batter up for the Angels will be Albert Pujols. And as he gets ready to bat, hitting out of the 3-hole today. The power of the lineup, it's brought to you by Loan Mart. Need cash fast? If you have a car that's paid off or almost paid off, get $2,500 to $50,000 today with a quick and easy car title loan. Call 1-800-LOAN-MART today. So Albert is ready to dig in against Barry Zito. A couple veterans squaring off here. First pitch, slow one on the outside part of the plate for a called strike. Nothing in one, the count. Next pitch. Pujols swings and hits one deep into left center field. He gave it a good ride out there, and that ball is just out of the reach of Torres. It stays in the ballpark, and Albert will cruise into second base. He is there with a leadoff double. Well, he hit that ball a good 400 feet out there to deep left center field. Torres almost came away with it, but Albert has the double to start the inning off.
That's pretty good extension there by Albert Pujols. He got something up around the zone. Just misses one. Maybe a little bit too much spin, but Albert poking fun at himself when he got to second base. So I need to hit the weight room on that one.
So the Angels have a runner in scoring position. We'll see what Hamilton can do here. Nobody out. Infield is back. First pitch on Josh. He cuts at it, fouls it off on the left side, back and out of play.
We're expecting to hear from Angels General Manager Jerry Dipoto to pretty much address what's going on right now.
All right.
That's what we have been informed by the Angels Media Relations Department. So they're in Chan on his way to hopefully get us some sound from Jerry Dipoto, Angels General Manager.
There's a bouncing ball that's off the foot of Zito. It caroms over to the second baseman Scudero, and he will flip to first to get Hamilton on the play. Pujols moves over to third base, and with one out, Trumbo will have a chance to drive him in. That play will go 1-4-3 on the ground out, getting Josh Hamilton.
It was pretty much that squibbler by Crawford in the previous inning. Yep, by design. Of course not, but what an instinctive reaction. What a great play by Marco Scudero. He knew he had no chance to get it out of his glove, just shoveled it with his glove.
Trumbo is the batter. Here's the pitch on Mark, and he cuts at that one and misses it for strike one. Trumbo flied out to center his first time up. Pagan plays a shallow center, even with some of the bigger bats for the Angels stepping up to the plate. Here's the pitch. That's ripped but foul back to the seats. That was a good swing there by Trumbo, but he got around a little bit too fast on it. So he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Well, Mike Soch always says, check the flag. So look at the difference right now. The flag in center field is dead. The flag up at the peak is blowing across from left to right. Terry, you're supposed to keep your eye on which one, according to the Angels manager.
The peak.
Look at the peak
of the mountain all the way down that left side.
Center field flag. Nada.
Trumbo tired of waiting on Zito. Now the catcher Quiros will go out and have a word with Barry Zito. As they meet out there, we want to remind you, groups of 20 or more can now experience Angels games in a whole new way. The new Trout Farm, it's presented by the Smile Generation as the official cheering section for Angels outfielder Mike Trout. Groups sitting in this section will receive an exclusive Trout Farm shirt with their purchase. We'll let you know how you can get more info after the pitch. And a high one that Trumbo swings and misses. Struck him out.
Well, there's a prime example that you don't have to throw 95 miles an hour to change the plane of a hitter. And changing the plane with spin, changing the plane with the fastball, and changing it just with a little extra will help. But it doesn't need to be 95. You just pitch effectively.
So Pujols is still at third base. Now 2 outs. Angels need a hit. Howie Kendrick is the batter. And he takes that one for a called strike. Again, if you'd like to get information about the new trout farm at the Big A, or if you'd like to purchase tickets, just go to angels.com/groups.
How about a trout farm tank?
Yeah, like they have at Tropicana Field, where they have the rays in there, the stingrays. Yeah,
get some good California trout out there.
Yeah. Howie just missed an 0-1 pitch, and all of a sudden Zito's gotten mighty tough here. 2 outs, no score, bottom of the 4th. Pujols at third, and the 0-2 pitch. Howie rips one into left field. That'll drop in for an RBI hit. Zito didn't fool him that time. Pujols scores. The Angels have a 1-0 lead.
Those hands are just dynamite quick right now for Howie Kendrick. And that's one pitch Barry Zito will love to have back. 0-2. He had his hand slowed down, he thought. He doesn't know he's dealing with this spring training version of Howie Kendrick that can pretty much square anything.
So here's Callaspo. He's already had a hit today. Kendrick draws the throw to first. Gets back in plenty of time. So the Angels break the ice here in this one, scoring the game's first run. Zito's pitch, high and away. That one misses outside on Callaspo. 1 ball, no strikes. The lefty is set. 1-0. That's high. 2-0 the count. Hope you're enjoying the action today wherever you're following the broadcast on the Angels Baseball Network and on Fox Sports West. Terry Smith along with Jose Mota. Our producer-engineer is Darren Chan. Not too many remaining here for the Angels in Arizona.
Terry, only one more from Tempe Diablo after today.
That's right. And that'll be a little earlier start. That'll be on Wednesday when the Angels play the final Cactus League game. It'll be a 12:05 start.
Well, that should be an interesting roster and lineup, too.
I don't know. We'll see too many regulars in that one, Jose. There's a pitch that's outside and low.
We have 2 on the road tomorrow. 1 o'clock against the Chicago White Sox in Glendale. And then Tuesday night, always popular Arizona Diamondbacks. Angels and D-backs at Salt River.
Here's the 3-0 pitch on Callaspo, and he takes ball 4. So Zito never threw him a strike. He walks his first batter today. And the inning isn't over yet. Angels have 2 on, 2 outs. Iannetta will be the hitter. Iannetta grounded into a double play his first time up. Hit a ball sharply, but right at the third baseman, Arias. First pitch on Chris. He takes that's low. 1 ball, no strikes.
I'm sitting fastball right here. And I'm thinking right center field.
Everyone is set. Zito delivers. And that one is tipped foul right by the plate.
Took something off of that one. Good job by Barry Zito.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. Peter Borges, the 9-hole hitter, would be up next if the inning continues. Here's the next pitch, and that one is a little bit low.
It seems like Mike Trout has made it a habit now visiting over there with the coaches and Mike Scioscia before he gets on deck.
You're reading my mind. He's actually sitting just 2 seats away from Mike, and he would be the batter who follows Borges, who's the on-deck hitter.
Keeps Mike on edge.
There's a pitch that's high. Runners go. Throw down to third. Waiting with the tag is Arias, and gunned down easily is Kendrick as the inning will end on that attempted double steal.
Not a good play.
So that'll do it. It goes 2-5 to end the inning. The Angels ran themselves out of that inning. Do get a run in the inning. Had 2 hits, a walk, no errors, and lead 1. 4 4 complete. The 5th is next. It's 1-0 Angels on the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West. We head to the 5th inning. Angels up 1-0 as lefty starter Jason Vargas gets ready for his 5th inning of work. He'll face Oropesa, Pagan, and Scudero. 9-1-2 for the Giants. Here's the first pitch, and that's a little bit low on Oropesa. Left-handed batter. He struck out his first time up. Vargas is ready, and the pitch, that's grounded foul. Well, we can tell you that Angels general manager Jerry Dipoto has confirmed that he is in discussions with the New York Yankees as far as a possible deal involving Angels outfielder Vernon Wells. Nothing has been completed. The negotiations or discussions, if you will, are continuing, but it's more than a rumor right now. It has been confirmed by the Angels that they're working on a deal to possibly send Vernon to New York.
Which rarely happens, to have a general manager come up and have to address something like this while it's going on.
Right. Here's the pitch. That's lined into right center field. That ball's hit hard, and it's going to take a couple bounces and roll all the way out to the wall. Going into second, and stopping there is Oropesa, and he has a double in the gap to lead off the Giants' 5th inning.
Well, the youngster from L.A. gets it done. Looked like a rookie facing a veteran first time out when he struck out with 2 guys aboard, and then he went looking for something up in the zone, and he got it. Beautiful swing, splitting that gap in right center field.
So here is Pagan getting ready to bat.
Terry, they call him Caballo Loco. Hey, you know some Spanish, right?
Well, I know loco is kind of crazy, right? So what's the translation on the first word?
Caballo is horse.
He's the crazy horse.
He's a crazy horse. He plays 1 speed and 1 speed only.
There you go.
Like a horse. Here's running.
Yep. He's flying out of the gates, Jose. There's no stopping him.
About that, he and Eric Ibar find themselves on this field today, and not long ago they're fighting for the World Baseball Classic Championship in San Francisco.
Right. 0-1 to count on Pagan. He's hit the ball in the air a couple of times, a pop out and a fly out. And the pitch, he lines that one into center field. They're waiting under, making the grab is Gorgeous, and the runner at second, Oropesa, holding. So that's the first out. Ball is hit sharply, but right at Peter.
Caballo Loco is retired, trotting back to the dugout. He's a good story, man. A guy that it was not given to him. Not one of these high draft picks that had an easy way to the big leagues. He had to earn it and discarded by a couple of teams. and cashing in Pregame this offseason with a good 4-year contract.
Here's Scudero. Twice he has flied out to Angels right fielder Josh Hamilton. Here's the pitch. And the first one misses for a ball to count 1 ball, no strikes.
Scudero's always been a clutch hitter. Has a very good sense of how guys are going to approach him. Key hits, key situations, and it doesn't matter if it's early or late in the game or what the pressure is. He stays the same.
Here's the 1-0, and that one is cut on and missed. A rare swing and a miss for Scudero.
The best changeup Vargas has thrown all afternoon. That was outstanding. Arm speed and velocity differential with his fastball.
Scudero had the highest contact rate in the majors last year. 94% of the time when he would swing the bat, he would make some contact, and there's another one that he was.
That tells you how good the changeup is.
No kidding. Yeah. So 1-2, and that one there got Scudero to walk out of the batter's box to collect his thoughts.
And now as a hitter, you're thinking, okay, can he do 3 in a row, or should I be aware of the fastball inside here because my bat has been slowed down here?
And he's going to step out of the batter's box asking for time. So it'll be interesting to see how this matchup plays out. Right now, advantage Vargas. But Scudero has another strike. And the 1-2 pitch. That's low and outside. Came in a little bit harder with that pitch.
Not exactly where Vargas wanted that pitch. Only because once you slow somebody's bat down, it's officially termed. Fastball outside is one pitch that you can defend and even do some damage on because you can reach a little bit later. Fastball in is most damaging in that case.
2-2 the count on Scudero. He takes that one low and outside. So now it's a full count. Scudero, when he gets set in that batter's box, he holds the bat with those hands kind of right around waist level. He has those hands down low.
A little bit of Alex Rios a couple of years back. Rios with the White Sox.
Right. Here's the next pitch. And he swings and misses. That one struck him out. Scudero upset there. He just kind of took a little slap at his bat as he goes back. He's a tough guy to strike out. And that was a great job of pitching there by Vargas for out number 2. Not an easy guy to get to swing and miss that often in one at bat. So Iannetta goes out to have a word with Vargas. They've been on the same page pretty good here today. The strikeout against Scudero, the 5th in this game, and Vargas has not issued any. Well, he's walked 1 so far in the game. That was the walk to Quiros back in the 2nd. Here's Hunter Pence now. He's had Vargas's number. He's been going after that first pitch. He's 2 for 2. Runner at second, 2 outs the pitch. That's a low and away. And you got to think Iannetta went out to Vargas to talk about Pence because Pence had Jason's number those first 2 times up.
Even though the guy behind him has been quiet, he's always a threat. That's Buster Posey.
Here's the 1-0. And Pence takes that one outside. 2 balls, no strikes.
Okay, here's something you don't see very often anymore in baseball. You see it a lot. A guy wearing only 1 batting glove.
That's Pence. He has one on the left hand and nothing on the right hand.
It used to be quite common.
Here's the next pitch, and that's in there for a called strike. Well, Pence is kind of a throwback type of player.
Love him.
Yeah.
I love watching this guy play.
High energy player.
Look at the uniform. Look at the socks. Look at the pants.
2 balls, 1 strike to count on Pence. And the next pitch, he goes after a high one. It's a fastball. It's 2-2. When Pence gets in that batter's box, boy, he is moving around, isn't he? That bat's swaying. He has a lot of nervous energy before he gets to see each pitch.
There's a big pitch right here.
The count's even, 2 outs, runner at second, 2-2 delivery, and he pokes that one in the air in a shallow left field, coming in under his Trout. He'll make the catch, and the inning is over. Good job by Vargas after the leadoff double. He sets down the next 3, and they never got that runner past second base. No runs, a hit, no errors, and they leave 1. That's 6 stranded already for San Francisco. We're headed to the bottom of the 5th. It's 1-0 Angels on the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West. One change for the Giants. Out at second base, Scudero leaves. Nick Noonan comes in to replace him. And as we go to the bottom of the 5th, the Angels still holding on to a 1-0 lead. It'll be Iannetta, Borges, and Trout against Barry Zito.
And the way that last inning ended, not a good time to run there for Howie Kendrick, with a guy on the mound who's thrown the ball so well, and Iannetta, who's been swinging the bat so well. Elliott Vice attempted steal at third base.
There's a pitch that is low and away. It's 1 ball, no strikes on Iannetta.
And yes, the Angels are aggressive, but there's many times you got to pick your spots.
Here's the next delivery. That one is outside. Angels run themselves out of that inning, but still hold on to a slim lead at 1-0 here in the 5th. 2-0 pitch. Fouled back behind the plate. 2-1 to count on Iannetta.
So far, let's call it 3 consecutive solid outings, Terry, for the Angels starters up to this point for Vargas. And yesterday, the job by both Garrett Richards and Joe Blanton.
Well, Mike Scioscia's been saying for a while now he's wanting to see some better results from his starters. And there certainly is some good things happening right now as that off-speed pitch is missed, and the count 2-2 the count on Iannetta.
Well, this has been pretty much a clinic of off-speed performance by both starters.
Not surprising.
Those lefties have it on right now.
Pretty much a couple of finesse left-handers. The 2-2. That's a little bit high, so it's a full count, 3-2. Mike Trout is still sitting over there, just a couple seats away from Mike Scioscia.
Mike Trout just trying to keep Scioscia loose. I think that's a good thing. I say that in a good way. Mike Trout the other day was, before he let off, he went out there and used his bat to poke the manager a little bit.
Yep.
You know, that's a good thing.
Kind of giving him a little fist bump and everything, and kind of wondered if Scioscia was kind of thinking, what's going on here? 3-2 delivery, and that's high. It's ball 4. So good at bat by Iannetta. A leadoff walk.
Keeping the manager loose, that's a good thing. And not afraid to do it. As a 21-year-old.
Well, Mike Trout earned some extra stripes last season with the year he had.
I think.
Yeah.
With all the hype that it came with, and to be able to play at that level was, can't say it enough. Amazing.
Right. Well, I can remember when the Angels signed him, Jose. We heard a few Mickey Mantle comparisons, and you're thinking, well, geez, I mean, you're not talking about a very good player. You're talking about one of the best in the history of the game, a Hall of Famer. Here's a ground ball bounced out of the reach of the shortstop Crawford and through into left center field. First ball swinging was Peter Borges, so he has a hit, and runners are on at first and second. Mike Trout will be the batter. He's flied out twice to Pregame in this game.
Just down there by Peter Borges, right through the box. As you see so many off speeds and all those changes and curveballs Zito has been dropping alongside Vargas. Don't be afraid to get jammed. At least have the jam approach mentally.
So we'll see if Trout can make it happen here. Two on, no outs. Giants bullpen is quiet. Zito in his last outing for San Francisco worked 5 innings. He's working in his 5th today, and the first pitch high and away outside on Trout.
It's gotten Trout twice to center field. Both times Trout has been fooled speed-wise. The ball has beaten him. One on a fastball, one on a breaking ball.
Here's the next pitch. Trout goes after that one and fouls it off on the right side out of play. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike on the Angels' leadoff man, the reigning Rookie of the Year in the American League, Mike Trout.
So Mike Trout take a quick glance over there. Also, Angels hitting coach Jim Eppard right after that swing. Might have been a little reminder there.
Zito's 1-1. Trout takes that one for a called strike.
That's what Zito's been doing against him right there. That's the pitch has been tying him up.
Well, Barry Zito's been around the block a few times. He's pitched a lot of innings. He's been in the big leagues for a long time, 34 years old. Here's the 1-2 on Trout, and that slow one missed high and outside. Boy, that was a very slow pitch right there to Trout. 2-2.
It's a new Barry Zito, too. A new approach to life, he has openly said.
Zito is ready. And the 2-2 on Trout. He lifts it high in the air into center field. Ionetta's getting position to tag, getting ready to make the catch will be Pagan, and sure enough, Ionetta will be able to advance to third on that flyout. So it's the 3rd time that Trout has flied out the center, but that one deep enough to get the lead runner over to third where a fly ball could get him in. Runners at the corners, and with 1 out, it brings up Ibar.
Once again, Zito got him, Terry. He's been around the block, as he mentioned. Got him with the speed, lack of, and differential, where Trout has not been able to square the ball. Every time he's hit it to center field, you can see the sense of frustration if he heads back to the dugout.
So they have brought the infield in a bit. Ibar is the batter. He's rounded out a couple of times, both times on the left side of the infield. 1-0 Angels. We're in the bottom of the 5th.
You could try to squeeze here. Work on it.
Toss over to first, and back to the bag goes the back end runner. That's Borges.
About the only play Mike Scioscia hasn't put on yet this spring.
Ionetta not the quickest runner down there at third base. So we'll see how the Angels play it here. Zito is ready, and again a toss over to first, and back to the bag goes Borges. Of course, with a left-hander on the mound, his back is to that runner at third base. which would certainly give Iannetta a good chance to get a good break.
And Zito throwing a lot of breaking balls, throwing a lot of strikes.
Zito is ready. Here's the pitch. No sign of a bunt. That one is outside. 1 ball, no strikes.
And here's a play, too, where you don't even have to install the bunt. And this is where the Tampa Bay Rays with Joe Madden are outstanding. The safety squeeze. Ibar, the way he handles the bat, a perfect play would be for him to take one of those pitches and just push it by Zito. And the third base runner just has to read it.
There goes the runner at first. The pitch is line foul down the left field side. Ibar hit that one hard, but a foul ball. And Borges, who was on the move, will head back to first base. He was looking to stay out of the double play.
And for the Rays, one of the best bunters is actually Ben Zobrist in that situation. Not every manager, not every team is in favor of the safety squeeze. Many managers consider it too much of a risk. I like it.
Get a toss over to first base. Boy, Zito's gone over there a lot ever since Borges got his hit in this inning. So the game has slowed down a bit as Zito has been paying a lot of attention to the Angel base runner at first. 1-1 is the count on Ibar. Pujols waiting on deck. 1 out in the inning. Runners at the corners. 1-0 Angels here, bottom of the 5th. And the next pitch. That's outside and high. 2-1. Should be getting the official attendance here shortly. And this is bordering on a record crowd here today. It'll be interesting to see what the attendance figure is. Zito is ready, and again he'll toss to first base. Borges hasn't been getting a terrific lead by any stretch.
The attendance record you're talking about set a couple of days ago. 9,682 fans here to see the Angels against the Royals. A single game attendance record.
The lefty ready, and the pitch fouled off on the right side. Chasing but running out of room is Oropesa. Borges was not running on that pitch. Ibar looking down to third to get the sign from Dino Ebel. Now back in the batter's box. Now Zito is set. He delivers. And that one on Eric is a called third strike. Not him looking. Ibar didn't argue. He just couldn't get the bat in motion on that pitch. He fooled him.
Clinic continues from Zito and Vargas. Just when you're looking for that breaking ball to break down or break more from the outer third towards the middle, he spots it in an excellent spot against a right-handed batter where you cannot pull the trigger because it's going to tie you up.
Third strikeout of the day for Zito. Here's Albert Pujols with a chance to do some damage, and he's done some already. He's 2 for 2. He's scored the game's only run. And Zito now will walk off the mound. So a time call. Pujols backs out of the box.
Yeah, I'm not comfortable with whatever sign Kuros put down there.
Now everyone's set. The pitch missed inside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes.
In his heyday, Zito for the A's, the most he ever averaged strikeouts per 9 innings was slightly over 8. So some people, have this perception that he was at one point like a big strikeout pitcher. Never has been.
Here's the next pitch, and that one is chopped foul. Last year he had 114 strikeouts in 184 innings. He's a guy who's had some walk issues. He did walk 70 last year.
He's walked over 100 in his career in 1 year. Like one of the Giants.
1-1 strike the count. Here's the next one on Pujols. Low. 2-1.
Well, so far, this is the best played game all around we've had this spring for both sides. The best pitched game we've had all spring for both sides.
Zito set. 2-1 delivery on Albert. Takes outside. 3-1. Hamilton would be up next.
Doesn't have to be too good here with Albert, with the lefty. Hamilton, if you want to take a better chance against the lefty. It's one of those where you want to see if the hitter makes himself out.
Here's the 3-1. Way high. And that is ball 4. So the second walk in the inning. Third in the game issued by Zito. And the Angels have him loaded now for Josh Hamilton. So this is a key moment in this ball game. Runners everywhere for the Angels.
Zito walked 102 batters for the Giants in 2008. Also walked 99 batters for Oakland back in 2006.
Josh Hamilton has doubled today, and he's also grounded out. First pitch on his, and he swings and misses that one for strike one. That was a pitch that was low and outside. Good off-speed pitch.
Yeah, that one saved for the left-handed batter. With a sweeping slider.
And the pitch on its way. That one is a pitch that evens up the count. 1-1 strike. One and one the count. Here's the next delivery, and that one is waved at and missed. Hamilton was really fooled on that pitch. So Zito has all the tools in the toolbox on display right now. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
How about these Giants fans, huh?
Yeah. Inning is over. Angels had them loaded, and they had the guys they wanted come up, unable to get a run in. No runs in the inning. 1 hit, 2 walks, no errors, and 3 left. Angels have stranded 6 in 5 innings. So have the Giants. We head to the 6th. 1-0 Angels on the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West.
Welcome to the #1.
Entertaining ball game here today in Tempe. We're headed to the 6th inning. It's 1-0 Angels. And Jason Vargas has completed his warm-up tosses. San Francisco will be sending up Posey, Arias, and Torres, the middle third of their batting order. We'll have our Care First Health Plan injury report coming up. We want to remind you to visit carefirst.com to learn more about their patients first philosophy of care. Care First, it's all about you. Here's the first pitch, and that one on Buster Posey. Takes it. It's in there for a called strike. Posey had a .408 on base percentage last year. That led the National League, and he takes that one low and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. He's always been a patient hitter.
Georgia native. And of course, a big fan of Chipper Jones.
Vargas set, and the 1-1. Smacked down to third base side, but right at Callaspo. He has time, and his throw will easily get Posey. He's retired for the 3rd time today by Vargas, who's been very good today. This is by far his best outing, and Arias will be the next batter.
A coincidence, the Angels option today, Scott Cousins to the minors. And Buster Posey happens to be here. That collision that we will never forget at home plate when Cousins was playing for the Marlins.
That's right. Here's the pitch, and that one is in there for a called strike.
Not to say here that the Angels sent him down because Posey was coming. Just making the connection right. That Cousins option to Salt Lake today.
There's a pitch that's fouled off on the right side, backing out of play. So the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Vargas has the new baseball. He's ready, and the 2-strike delivery. Fastball, that one misses high. One ball, 2 strikes, the count. Here's the next one. It's chopped on the third base side. Another nice play by Callaspo, and he will throw him out. That was a tricky hop. Alberto slick with that glove over there at third base. Callaspo's retired Arias, his third base counterpart today a couple of times. So the batter now is Torres, who has a single and is 2 times up. Next pitch. That's outside. It misses. 1 ball, no strikes.
Vargas getting close to the 90 pitch mark.
Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss.
Already at his spring training high 87 pitches.
If he gets through with the 6th inning, that'll probably be it for him. The Angels have Friere and Downs listed to pitch today. Here's a check swing. Did he go around on that one? Yes, he did. And now the count's 1-2. Vargas ready. The 1-2 pitch. Smacked foul on the third base side. Giants continue to have action in their bullpen, so we could see someone come in to replace Zito when we get to the bottom of the 6th inning. Vargas has retired the last 5 in a row, trying to have a clean 6th inning, and the 1-2 pitch. He misses high with that one. 2-2 the count. Ready is Jason Vargas, the 2-2 pitch. Skied in the air into right field. Hamilton is waiting for it to come down. He's under. He'll put it away, and that will end the inning. So Vargas has that clean inning here in the 6th. No runs, hits, or errors. Nobody left. Bottom of the 6th coming up. Angels still up 1-0 on the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West. Trumbo will be the first batter up for the Angels. There's a new pitcher in the game for San Francisco, Scott Proctor, a veteran right-hander who signed a minor league deal with the Giants during the offseason. Will work. He's been used quite a bit this spring. This will be his 11th appearance. His ERA is 5.40. And his first pitch, that one is in there on Trumbo. It's 0-1.
When he was on his game, powerful fastball and a power breaking ball.
Proctor last year pitched in South Korea and developed a split finger fastball that he's been using this spring, as that one is fouled back behind the plate. So the count's 0-2 on Trumbo. Let's pause for station identification on the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West. Terry Smith, Jose Mota, and our producer engineer Darren Chad with you. Sunday afternoon baseball from the Valley, and the two-strike pitch lined right up the middle. That's a base hit. Trumbo has hit his first one today. Angels have hit number 7 in the game. The numbers on Barry Zito, the Giants starter: 5 innings, 6 hits, a run earned. He walked 3, struck out 4. And here's Howie Kendrick, who to this point in this game has driven in the only run.
How about Mark Trumbo? Foul ball before that line drive, way out in front. And the reminder while looking at the bench, Jim Eppert, slow it down.
Here's the pitch on Kendrick. That one's in there for a called strike.
It was a little reminder, you know, he chased a fastball up. He was looking in, trying to go deep, and fouls it behind us then to our left, which is very unusual. And then uses that label adequately.
Here's the next pitch. That's low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Last time Proctor pitched in the big leagues was the 2011 season. He was with the Braves and the Yankees that year, but his ERA that season was 7.14. After that 2011 season, he was out of work, and as I mentioned, he pitched in South Korea last year. He's a guy who's had some issues off the field as well, and he's been very candid about it here in recent years. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one is low. He admitted this spring that he had a serious drinking problem that started back in 2008. And that's when his major league career, Jose, started to unravel.
Yep, because at one point he was a very dependable late inning reliever. Not a closer, but a guy that you can go to in the 7th or 8th inning with a game on the line.
Earlier in his major league career, this guy could really throw hard.
Great combination, 2 pitches.
Here's the next one on Howie. It's hit in the air very high out to the right fielder, Hunter Pence. Hardly has to move under. He'll put it away. And that's the first out. 1 away in the bottom of the 6th. Cayaspo will be stepping up.
He mentioned Taiwan. South Korea he was?
South Korea. South Korea.
Ramirez heading to Taiwan. And Hyunjin Ryu had a terrific outing last night for the Dodgers. 7 innings in camp. 1 hit for the Korean lefty.
Yep, South Korean left-hander the Dodgers signed in the offseason. Dodgers still have a surplus of starting pitchers. It's going to be interesting to see how things play out here at the end of spring training.
And there's also a couple of question marks, including Zach Greinke's bulky elbow. And it seems like Chad Billingsley is on his way back after having some hand issues.
The count's 1-0 on Cayaspo. There goes Trumbo, and Cayaspo bounces one on a high hop to shortstop Crawford to a field and throw him out. The Angels stay out of a double play there. They had Trumbo on the move on the pitch, so he moves up to second. He out 6-3 at first, and now Iannetta will bat with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position.
Little hit and run action. There goes Mike Socha to the dugout. Congratulate Alberto Cayaspo. Get the job done. Get that ball on the ground. Put our guy in scoring position.
Mike Socha hasn't been as active today. He's been in his seat most of the day. Yesterday he was prancing back and forth from that seat into that dugout.
He's getting his workout in. Maybe Mike Trout has been finding him too much. Oh, look who's next to him.
Yep.
Not again.
There you go. They're inseparable.
They hope for a long time.
Yeah. There's a pitch that is in there for a called strike.
A big RBI situation here for Chris Iannetta.
Oh, 0-2 the count. Iannetta's in the hole. 1-0 Angels, bottom of the 6th. Proctor in his first inning of relief for the Giants delivers. And that pitch missed outside.
We just talking about the Dodgers. I'll tell you what, the story in town has been Yasiel Puig, the young Cuban outfielder, hitting .547 coming into today. And that's in 53 at-bats.
Right. Slugging
.887, Yasiel Puig.
What do the Dodgers do there?
I don't think he's ready for the big leagues. April comes and you start facing the Matt Cains of the world. Are you kidding me? It's a rude awakening. He's only played A-ball.
Here's the pitch. Iannetta skies one in the air into left center field. The center fielder Pregame is under. Battles that sun, makes the grab, and the inning is over. Angels had the leadoff hit from Trumbo, but he's stranded at second. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. 7th inning is coming up here in Tempe. It's 1-0 Angels on the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West. The 20-game flex plan at the Big A presented by Farmer John is a great way to see Angels baseball. Select the 20 games you want to see and receive a ticket to Fan Appreciation Day for free. Buy your flex plan today at angels.com/mini plans or call 888-796-HALO. So here we go to the 7th. And Jason Vargas still out there on the mound. We'll see if maybe he's in just to face the left-handed hitter starting the inning off. We'll see.
That and a combination of getting him up 7 times.
Right. And the first pitch, that one is in there for a called strike. 0-1. Vargas has retired the last 6 in a row. Crawford, who he's facing, he's had one of the giant hits against Vargas. He's 1 for 2. And there's a pitch that misses. 1 ball, 1 strike.
The lefty has been absolutely on his game. 3 pitches working very effectively.
The 1-1 chopped foul. The way Vargas has pitched today, this is what we saw him do against the Angels quite a bit last year.
He did.
Yeah.
And against many adversaries, especially at home. As you mentioned, 22 quality starts. Also, Vargas does a good job controlling the running game. against the opponent. We've seen it here today, how much he's able to mix his move, but he only allowed 10 stolen bases. But with that, 6 were caught stealing last season.
Angels have Efren Navarro playing first base, so Albert Pujols, his day is over. And Albert was on base, so every time he batted, he had a single, double, scored the only run so far in the game, and he also had a walk. Crawford is back in there, new bat in hand. And the 1-2 pitch. That's low. 2-2 the count. Light breeze right now, not much of a factor here in Tempe. It's been a beautiful day for baseball. Here's the 2-2. Tried to sneak that one inside and missed. Full count. So with the count full, we'll see what gives here. Ready is Vargas, the 3-2 delivery. And that one, check swing, they say was holding. It's a leadoff walk, and sure enough, Mike Sochi is coming out to go to the bullpen, and that was by design. I think even if Crawford had been retired, Mike would have been making this move as well. So we're going to have a break in the action, a pitching change here in the 7th. We get back, it's 1-0 Angels. Pitching change coming up on the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West.
When I first started,
Fans on Friday night, the Friday Night Music Garden concerts are coming back to the Big A for more great performances in the 2013 season. Every Friday night home game throughout the season, the Big A will host live pregame music from local bands in the Gate 1 Music Garden. For more information and to submit recordings, visit angels.com/band. So Robert Coelho is the new pitcher. And we've seen him a little bit this spring for the Angels. He has a good arm. Former catcher who converted to pitching. This will be his 7th outing. He's worked just 4 2/3 this spring for the Angels, giving up 5 hits and 5 earned runs, striking out 7 in those 4 2/3 innings. So he comes in and faces Quiros with no outs or runner at first. We're in the 7th. It's 1-0 Angels. Here's the pitch, and that one is low and in.
Robert Coelho, when the Angels back in 2007. And last year for Vegas, good power numbers strikeout-wise, 43 strikeouts in 42 innings. The opponents had only 208 against them in the Pacific Coast League.
3.00 ERA last year in AAA, and then a call up to Toronto as well. There's one fouled off on the right side, backing out of play. Coelho pitch some independent league baseball in Canada. I know that's a tough road to follow in the U.S. It might even be a tougher road to follow across the border.
Keeping the dream alive. And the Angels were going to take a close look at him here in spring, and here he is pitching late in spring.
Here's the pitch. That one is bounced back to the mound. Cuello has it, and his only chance for an out first. They were sending the runner on the pitch, so Crawford moves up to second. They stay out of the double play there on the comebacker.
A very animated individual out there on the mound. Almost lost the handle on this one. Right on top of the mound. Well, you don't see a lot of pitchers really feel their position right on top of the rubber, Terry. How about that one?
Yep. Well, he's a former catcher, so he was a position player earlier in his pro career. Now, Iannetta, the Angels catcher, will go out to talk to the pitcher, Robert Cuello.
Well, he was not afraid to do a little Mark Fidrich out there on the mound and talk to himself. Give himself a little pats and reminders.
A little pep talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. A self-pep talk. The batter is the left-handed hitting first baseman, Ricky Oropesa. Just 23 years old. He was an A-ball last year. He's had a double today. And he takes that one for a called strike. Angels up 1-0. They about hit the Giants. 7 hits to 5. Here's the pitch. And that one missed inside for a ball.
That was a bit of a dangerous delivery there by Cuello because he slowed everything down, and the way it came out of his hand, not exactly all he wanted. That's why that pitch stayed up in the zone.
One ball, one strike. Next delivery fouled off on the left side. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Giants have action in their bullpen.
That's a good RBI man last year in the single-A level with only 16 home runs. He had 98 RBI, which ranked him 4th in the Cal League. 98 ribbies.
Hit 263 last year. And he lines that one into left field. Trout getting to it. They're going to wave the runner home. Crawford is going to score as Trout's throw was cut off by the third baseman Callaspo. And Oropesa delivers an RBI single. That ties up the game at 1. That run will end up being charged against Vargas. So that'll complete his book. 6+ innings, 5 hits, a run earned. He walked 2, struck out 5.
Pretty much the same breaking ball we saw early where he missed, and the ball not coming out of his hand correctly. Those fingers are behind and not in front of him. You can see why this young kid is a good RBI man. Oropesa going the other way with a hanging breaker.
So here is Pregame. And the pitch. That one a little bit low. 1 ball, no strikes. So Cuello has come in. He's retired 1 of 2. That inherited runner scoring to tie up the ball game. Here's the next pitch on Pregame. He takes that one for a called strike. Infield at double play depth. Cuello is ready. And the 1-1 pitch. Popped foul back behind the plate. That one's going to get back and out of play. We were mentioning our injury report an inning or so ago. And, of course, one Angel pitcher who the Angels have really been monitoring this spring, and in fact he is yet to pitch in a game, Ryan Matson. He had another bullpen session here today, coming back from the Tommy John elbow surgery roughly a year ago. And so Matson making some progress, Jose, at least back on the mound, throwing bullpens, and Sooner or later, he'll get a chance to face some live hitters.
That's what the toughest thing has been, just to follow and slow the pace down. He was going at a very fast pace. We originally had the setback back in Anaheim in early February.
2-2 pitch. Ground ball that's out of the reach of Ibar, and it skips through into left center. That's a base hit for Pregame, and runners at first and second with one out as the Giants have a threat brewing here.
So no matter what state the Angels bullpen is in, starting the season, first 2-3 weeks, first month and a half, whatever, adding a Ryan Madsen will be tremendous. He's got a lot of late inning experience, postseason experience, demanding fans in Philadelphia. The value of a deep bullpen does not get measured only in April and May. It's around 6 months and then even more in September.
So here's Nick Noonan, a left-handed batter who was in AAA last year, Giants system. This is his first at bat, and he takes the first pitch low for a ball. He's hitting out a Scudero spot. He replaced him at second base. Noonan is from Poway, and he can play short or second base, middle infielder. Here's the next pitch. He cuts it that one and pops it up foul left side. It's going to get back behind the Giants dugout, out of play. 1-1 to count. We should be getting today's attendance very shortly. We'll fill you in on what certainly will be a sellout crowd.
So should we start with a 9 and a 6?
I would think that's a pretty safe bet. One ball, one strike. Next pitch. Chopped foul on the first base side. That one hops into the Angels dugout. The attendance 9,657, and that is a sellout. It's what, 5 fewer than yesterday, as it turns out. 5 fans fewer.
Come on now.
Here's the pitch. A little bit high.
You mean you couldn't invite 5 more fans in here, Terry? Come on now.
Well, I don't know.
Huh?
Hey.
Spread the word around,
maybe some people saw all the cars and the traffic, and they just decided it's not worth it. I don't know. But a lot of them decided to come here. Here's the 2-2 on Noonan. Fouled off on the left side, backing out of play. So a pretty good battle going on here. Pitcher and hitter.
And many of these fans that we run into here, of course, looking forward to the Angels' return to the Big A, which will be next week. Just like that. Angels at home against the Dodgers. Thursday and Saturday.
Those are exhibition games, and Friday night the Angels will play the Dodgers at Dodger Stadium. Here's the 2-2. Outside. 3-2. That was a pretty close pitch to take with 2 strikes. Opening day for the Angels just over a week away, 8 days away. April 1st at Cincinnati. The 3-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Runners go. Throw down to third. Easily thrown out is the lead runner. And that'll be a strike him out, throw him out, double play as Oropesa is gunned down at third base. Good job by the Angels to minimize the damage there on that strikeout double play. In the inning, they do get a run to tie it. They had 2 hits, a walk, no errors, and they leave 1. 7th inning stretch time coming up in Tempe. We're tied at 1 on the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West. Jose Majares will be the new pitcher for San Francisco, their third of the game. He replaces Scott Proctor, who worked the bottom of the sixth against the Angels. He gave up a hit, no runs, didn't walk or strike out anyone. And Majares, who has struggled in limited action for the Giants this spring, will be the new pitcher. This will be his third appearance. He's only worked 2 innings, giving up a total of 4 hits and 2 runs, so his ERA is 9 even. And he will be taking over here in relief. Majares will throw a fastball, sinker, slider, and a changeup. He was with Kansas City last season and then was acquired by the Giants.
About that, starring Kansas City, end up with a Giant ring.
Yeah, and he did a good job in the 27 games he appeared in with the Giants last year. His ERA was just over 2.5.
Harris has always battled the weight issues. And that's one thing that you always keep a good eye on. And very honestly, from Brian Sabian to Bruce Bochy, address the players in that.
Here's the pitch. Borges lines one in the gap in right center field, and that's going to split the outfielders. Peter can fly. He's already at second. He's headed for third, and he will be held up after he got there. Boy, that was an easy triple there for Borges. He might have had a shot to make it all the way around and inside the Parker, but no outs, no reason to risk it. And he's at third base to start the inning off, and Mike Trout will be the next batter.
I still take Peter Borges over anybody in the league going home to third. This guy absolutely cuts the time down.
He was almost at second base when that ball was splitting Pagan and Pence out there.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
We saw it here when he was called from the minor leagues to play a couple of games years back.
Right. Here's Trout, and Mike takes the first pitch low and in. Trout's had a quiet day. He's done the same thing all 3 times up. Hit a fly ball to Pagan, the center fielder. If he hits one to him this time, it'll be a run, though, as long as it's deep enough to center.
I guess you can see another lefty here. Different lefty.
Here's the pitch, and that one is low.
Pardon me, Terry. Zero did a good job kind of messing his timing off pretty much in those 3 at-bats.
2 balls, no strikes the count on Mike Trout. They've brought the infield in a bit. 2-0 pitch, and there's another fly ball. The Trout hits the center field. Pagan is going back on it. Still back, doesn't make the catch. The ball drops behind him out on the warning track. Scoring will be Borges, and Trout is at third base.
I understand the ball might have hit the batter's eye and came back to play. It'll be a ground rule double for Trout.
All right, so they're going to send him back to second base.
But Terry, he did hit it that direction again. Pagan did not do a good job going back, and it could have been related to not seeing it well with the sun, but not the best effort all the way around. Seems like he could have caught the baseball. Easier set from up here.
So a runner at second. Trout having to go back to second base, but an RBI for him and an Angel lead at 2-1.
So Howard's struggles continue here.
Batter now is Ibar. Here's the pitch, and is a ball bunted on the first base side. Fielded there by the first baseman, Oropesa. Will throw to first in time. Eric sacrifice with Trout moving to third base.
3 consecutive games where the bunt has been given to Eric Ibar. Not the option to bunt for a base hit, but the sacrifice bunt.
So Trout down at third. They've brought the infield in. It's 2-1 Angels here, bottom of the 7th. And that pitch is low. This is Luis Rodriguez batting.
Sorry about that 1-2-3 running. Borges, Trout, Ibar. Is there a faster 1-2-3?
Yeah, that's a lot of speed, and they're all kind of grouped together from the 9 hole and then back to the 1 and 2 spots. There's a pitch that's low and in. Good block on it by the catcher, Quiros. 2-0 on Rodriguez. And the next pitch, he takes that one for ball 3, so it's 3 balls, no strikes. Josh Hamilton waiting on deck. And the next delivery, that one is in there for a called strike. 3-1 the count. Trout's the runner at third base. His ground rule double brought in Borges.
So Mike Socha using a little strategy here because he had the matchup lefty-lefty here as Navarro had replaced Pujols.
Next delivery fouled back to the screen, so we'll see the count run full. 3-2.
Also getting to see Luis Rodriguez come off the bench. Switch hitter trying to earn a spot, and it happened in the last game when he brought him into a situation to also call for an RBI late in the game as pinch hitter.
Well, Harris has a new baseball, the 3-2 pitch, and he walks Rodriguez. Pitch was high and away. Josh Hamilton will be the batter.
Just a few years back when Mijares was with the Twins, Angels Twins playing a day game. You might remember this, Terry, but there was a commotion out there in the bullpen on the left field side.
Right.
And also we see paramedics. What happened is Mijares had passed out under the hot sun.
Heat stroke.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they had to get him to the hospital.
Meeting at the mound is over. Dave Righetti, the pitching coach for the Giants, went out there to have a word with Mijares. He's had trouble since coming in. He's retired only one batter, and that batter gave himself up to the I-bar sac bunt.
See, Josh Hamilton will see a firmer lefty because he was fooled absolutely in the 5th inning with men aboard by Barry Zito. All breaking balls.
Angels threatening to get more, up 2-1 in the 7th. Pitch on Hamilton low. 1 ball, no strikes. Giants get more action in their bullpen. Tomorrow it's the Angels and the White Sox. Tommy Hanson against Gavin Floyd. Tuesday, Jared Weaver faces Arizona in the night game, and he'll take on Ian Kennedy. That could be a matchup of 2 opening day starters right there.
Tommy Hanson, according to Mike Socha this morning, will not be held back. He came out of his last outing with tightness in his tricep, so back on schedule and hopefully go out there and get up 6 or 7 times tomorrow.
Here's the pitch. That's up and in on Hamilton. He didn't back away from that when he kept those feet firmly in that batter's box.
Diving in, looking breaking ball and a zipper.
2-1 is the count. Mijares last year in 56 1/3 innings of relief had 57 strikeouts. But he does walk people. He had 21 walks last year. 2-1. That's high, and he's fallen behind 3-1 here on Hamilton after just walking Rodriguez, the runner at first. Mijares last year struggled in the postseason for the Giants. He was very good after they got him in the regular season, then had a rough postseason. Toss over to first base. Rodriguez back. Conditioning issues or not, Maharis has worked a lot of games in recent years. 183 appearances the last 3 years. He pitched in 78 games last year. 3-1, fouled off on the left side. That's backing out of play. So the battle continues here. Hamilton and Maharis, a couple of veterans. Maharis is ready, and the 3-2. Hamilton drills one into center field. That ball is crushed out there in center. It takes a hop, smacks off the wall. Looks like it'll drive in two. It's driven in one. Also coming around and scoring all the way from first base is Rodriguez. Hamilton with his second double in the game, and now it's 4-1 Angels.
It's a pretty productive middle of the order here today, between Pujols and Hamilton providing some of the damage. And driving the ball has been another issue the Angels have done well here today.
So that's also going to be a knockout blow as Maharis will be lifted, and the Giants will go to the bullpen. And we'll let you know who they're bringing in when we get back. A break in the action, a pitching change here in the bottom of the seventh. Angels have a 4-1 lead with a pitching change coming up on the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West. New pitcher for the Giants is veteran Chad Godin, who signed a minor league deal with San Francisco during the offseason. He pitched for the Marlins last year. And Godin has done a pretty good job for San Francisco this spring. This will be his 9th appearance. He's already worked 15 1/3 innings for them. They started him in a couple games as well. ERA is 2.93. So Trumbo is the batter. Angels up 4-1. And here's the pitch on its way. That one is a little bit low for a ball.
Well, that could prove very valuable to Bruce Bochy. He can occasionally make a start for you, come get you an out, come in the middle of the game and give you prolonged innings if needed. Looks like Trent Oltgen is now running at second base.
So he's taken over for Hamilton, who just doubled in a pair in this inning for the Angels.
Original Calhoun, wait a minute. That's Little Cole. He's back.
All right, so Calhoun is the pinch runner. And the pitch. That one a little bit low and outside.
And he's happy to be back on the field. And he had been held back because of issues.
Two balls, no strikes, the count. Calhoun had some back issues a few days ago, which had him sidelined. He was in the lineup yesterday for the Angels game against the Cubs in Mesa. And it's 2 balls, 1 strike on Mark Trumbo.
Now, Calhoun's one of those guys that he's not having a terrific spring with a bat, but I would not base my decision on that alone, because we know how Calhoun plays the game and how good he is coming off the bench.
There's a pitch in there, a breaking ball in there for a called strike on Trumbo. 2-2. Calhoun battles against left-handed pitchers. He's a left-handed hitter.
He plays hard, plays first base, can help you pinch run, anything.
Does a solid job in the outfield. He has a good throwing arm. Here's the 2-2 on Trumbo, and he chases that one and fouls it off on the right side. So the count stays at 2-2. Trumbo's had a 1-for-3 day.
So if this rumored trade with Vernon Wells goes through, they could open up another spot for another bench player, especially outfielder.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Next delivery, Trumbo hits one high in the air on the first base side. The first baseman a foot back on the outfield grass. Oropesa retires Trumbo. So Mark is set down. That is out number 2. Howie Kendrick will be the next batter. Howie's had a 1-for-3 day with a run batted in. We'll see what the Angels do pitching-wise when we get to the 8th inning. We saw Coelho pitch last inning, and the Angels have had some movement in the bullpen. Again, Freire and Downs are supposed to pitch for the Angels today, so we'll see if they each might get in an inning in the final couple of innings. There's one that's on the outside corner, a called strike, 0-1. Next pitch on Kendrick. Lines one foul down the right side. That one lands back in the seats. Here's the next pitch. Chopped foul on the first base side. So the count, no balls, 2 strikes on Kendrick. Jose alluded to the rumors that the Angels could be close to dealing Vernon Wells over to the New York Yankees, and it has been confirmed that the 2 teams are discussing a trade. There's a swing and a miss, and Kendrick is down on strikes. That will end the inning. We'll pick up on that topic when we get back. Here in the inning, though, the Angels able to get the lead back, scoring 3 times, sending 7 to the plate, having a pair of doubles and a triple in the inning, also a walk. There were no errors, and the Angels end up leaving 1. So 7 complete here in Tempe. We head to the 8th inning. It's 4-1 Angels on the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West. As we go to the 8th inning, the Angels make a lot of changes. There's a new battery. The new pitcher is Scott Downs. The new catcher is Chris Snyder. Luis Rodriguez will stay in the ballgame and take over at first base. Andrew Romine is now the new second baseman for the Angels. And the Angels have made some moves in the outfield. J.B. Shuck is the left fielder. And the new right fielder is Cole Calhoun. So the left side of the Angels infield, Ibar and Callaspo remains intact. And Downs ready to work against Hunter Pence. And the first pitch in there for a called strike.
Luis Rodriguez trying a new position now at first base. Everybody getting a different look.
Here's the 0-1. And that is inside, and it caught a piece of Pence. He's hit by the pitch. So Downs bounced that one in and gets a piece of Pence. He's on hit by a pitch, and Buster Posey will be the next batter. The numbers on Coelho, who finished up last inning on the hill for the Angels. He went 1 inning. He gave up 2 hits, no runs. Didn't walk any and struck out 1 batter. So Downs is set to face Posey. Here's the first pitch. That one is low. 1 ball, no strikes.
Well, this is a situation we might see in the beginning of the season, with Scott Downs coming in the 8th inning. Could be a Downs combination. It could be Sean Burnett. It could be Kevin Jepson leading to Frieri.
Here's the next delivery. It's bounced over the mound and through into center field. That ball just topped right near the second base bag and through into center. So Posey has one of those Arizona choppers, a base hit, and all of a sudden the Giants have something brewing here as they will send the tying run to the plate. Joaquin Arias will be the batter with runners at first and second. Right-handed hitter. Downs is ready. In some trouble. Here's the first pitch. And that's in there for a called strike. Scott Downs appearing in game 6 this spring. He's worked 5 innings. He's now allowed a total of 6 hits in those 5 innings. And his ERA so far this spring, 3.60. Here's the pitch. That's low. It gets away from Snyder, and everybody's going to move up a base. So runners at second and third with nobody out, and the count 1-1. It's a wild pitch all the way on Downs, who's been shaky since coming in, hitting a batter, giving up a hit. Now a wild pitch to advance the runners.
And Mike's such a call that, for Snyder now behind the plate. Wasn't seeing a lot of these Angels pitchers. An early lesson, a quick study, as he gets used to coming in later in the game and catching Scott Downs. He's been catching multiple bullpens.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. Here's the pitch. Chopped on the left side. That's going to get a run in. The throw to first is in time. Arias will get an RBI on it on the ground out. It's now a 4-2 Angels lead as Pence scored easily from third base. Andres Torres will be the next batter.
The last inning starts with a walk. It's scored. And this one starts with a hit by a pitch. Already cashed in.
Posey is the base runner at second with 1 out. Torres at the plate. He's had a 1-for-3 day. Pitch from Downs. That's a slow one. It's outside. It misses. 1 ball, no strikes. Scott Downs is set. And the next pitch, the 1-0. A little bit low and outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Waiting on deck for San Francisco is Crawford, their shortstop. Tying run at the plate, the pitch, and that is a called strike. 2-1 is the count on Torres.
Scott Downs, terrific for the Angels the first 2 months of the season. After the All-Star break, though, things really went south for him. And by default, he ended up being the Angels' closer at one point last year.
He had done a little bit of closing in his Major League career prior to last season. There's a pitch that is high and outside, and now he's behind on Torres, 3-1.
Got an ERA of 8.62 after the All-Star break. Did not allow a run in the first 2 months of last year.
Downs is ready. 3-1 pitch. And that pitch is going to be low, ball 4. Batter Torres was saying something to the home plate umpire, but it is ball 4. So Downs now has hit 1, walked 1, given up a single and a run, and that's going to get pitching coach Mike Butcher out to the mound and have a word with Scott Downs. Fans, don't forget you can win a 2-night stay, 1 round of golf, and dinner for 2 at the Fantasy Resort Casino in Palm Springs. Send a text with the message AM 830 Fantasy to 50352 to sign up. A contestant will be announced daily starting on opening day, April the 1st in Cincinnati. Full contest rules are available at am830.net, keyword fantasy, and it's brought to you by the Fantasy Resort Casino in Palm Springs. So here's Crawford, the shortstop. He represents the go-ahead run at the plate. Meeting with Downs is over. Here's the pitch. And that one is in there for a called strike.
A big situation here for Scott Downs. Later in the game, you want a big test, a precursor to the regular season. Why and how you might be called in, here it is. For a left-handed hitter, not a lot of power, that you have to find a way to stop him from scoring the baseball and barreling the ball.
Here's the 0-1. Crawford lines one down the right field side, and this is trouble. It's going to drop fair and roll out to the 359 sign. 1 run will score. Another being waved home. Here's the throw to the plate, and out at home is the second runner trying to come in. Torres all the way from first base. A good relay throw. Romine fired a strike to the plate, so the Angels get one of those runners on that play.
It comes down to lining up yourself correctly, and then how quickly can your right fielder get the baseball and hit your cutoff man. This is pretty much a great example of how to line up and how to have the best arms set up, and the nice block with the foot by Chris Snyder on a very close play at home plate. The execution.
So it's a 4-3 Angels lead. 2 outs in the inning. Give Crawford an RBI hit. See if they give him credit for a double or not. He's at second, whether or not he took it on the throw to the plate or if they showed
it. Should be a double. Yeah. That ball was in the corner.
I was thinking he should as well. I haven't heard officially how they're going to rule it, but he gets the RBI. But the Angels get the out at the plate. 9-4-2.
Scott Downs not able to get the lefty out. Cannot sink that fastball in off the plate enough.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Heroes taking, that's in there for a strike, and now Downs has jumped on him. No balls, 2 strikes. A hit would likely tie the game up with 2 outs. No balls, 2 strikes, the count. Downs is set. Here's the next pitch, and Quiros checking on that one. Well, Downs might have wanted an appeal on that one. The Yankees are going to get one. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Giants have had 2 hits in the inning. There's been a hit batsman. There's been a walk. There's been a wild pitch. 2 runs on the board in the inning. The Angels clinging to a 4-3 lead. Ready is Downs, and a 1-2 pitch. Chopped on the third base side, a foul ball. Scott Downs is in his final year of his 3-year deal with the Angels. He'll be a free agent at the end of the season. He's pitched for the Cubs, the Expos, the Blue Jays. And this is his 3rd year with the Angels. Left-hander is ready. Look at second and the pitch. Drilled into center field. Borges is chasing, but he's not going to be able to get to it. This will tie up the game. Going to second base will be Quiros. He doubles in the tying run with 2 outs and 2 strikes on him. It's now 4-4. So they've ripped up Scott Downs here in this 8th inning.
No doubt. He's been up in the zone. I don't see a whole lot of break on his 2-seamer. He's not diving enough, not running enough, and of course not enough velocity, and they have caught up with every single one of those fastballs, and Scott Downs has not been able to establish his breaking ball. They've cashed in.
So the Angels broke the 1-1 tie with 3 in the bottom of the 7th, only to see the Giants come back with 3 in the top of the 8th, and the inning isn't over yet. They have the go-ahead runner at second base, and Cole Gillespie is going to pinch hit here for the left-handed hitting Oropesa. He had a good ball game for the Giants, a young player from Southern California. He was 2 for 3 today. Gillespie is the batter. And the first pitch. Downs misses low.
So both managers here in spring training, later in camp, going to their bench to match up and take away the lefty-lefty, as the Angels did with Navarro. Pinch hitting for him is this Bruce Bochy here with Oropesa.
1 ball, no strikes on Gillespie. Here's the next pitch. He takes that one outside. Gillespie's gotten a good look this spring with the Giants. He signed a minor league deal, and he's already had 48 at-bats for them this spring. Couple of home runs. He's hitting .271. Right-handed batter. 2-0 pitch on its way, and that's ball 3. 3-0 the count. The last thing Mike Scioscia would want to do here is lift Downs, but Downs has been ineffective, and he's 3-0 on the pinch hitter, and he walks him on 4 pitches. The pitch was outside. Mike Scioscia has gotten up, and he will be going to the bullpen.
Too many pitches.
So that's it for Scott Downs, who faced 7 batters here today and retired only 2 of them. We'll have another Angel pitcher coming in from the bullpen. We have a break in the action. We're in the 8th inning. We're tied at 4. A pitching change coming up with 2 outs on the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West. The new pitcher for the Angels is Michael Morin as he takes over for Scott Downs. Downs, 2/3 of an inning, 3 hits allowed, 3 runs allowed, all earned. And the 2 runners on base, the property of Downs, who walked 2, didn't strike out any, hit a batter and threw a wild pitch. So it was a rough outing today for Scott Downs, who was unable to protect the 3-run lead here in the 8th inning. Before we get things back underway, let's pause for station identification on the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West. So Morin, who has worked 1 inning in relief for the Angels, and in that inning he retired 3 batters in a row with a strikeout. He gets another chance to showcase his talent, and he delivers outside for balls. 1 ball, no strikes.
He's a young pitcher out of Overland Park, Kansas, a Kansas City area. University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill product.
And we saw him pitch against the Royals in that ball game in Surprise. That was on Friday, and that's where he had a scoreless inning. The pitch, that one a little bit low. 2 balls, no strikes.
Only 1 year under his belt professionally. Last season at Orem, 2-2 record, 4.93 ERA, 24 games, all in relief.
Morin is ready. And here's the pitch. That one popped off the mid of Snyder, but no advancement by the lead runner. 2 balls, no strikes, the count.
Snyder comes into the game first inning, and he's been very busy. Nice block at home plate there with that throw from Andrew Roman in the relay.
Three balls, no strikes. Giants have never held a lead in this game. It's 4-4 here in the 8th. Here's the pitch. It's a shot into center field. Under there, waiting and putting it away is the Angels center fielder Peter Borges. Hardly had a move, and that will end the inning. So Morin comes in and retires 1 batter to wrap up to the top of the 8th. In the inning, though, they got 3 runs, and they did it with a total of 3 hits. There were 2 walks, a hit batsman, no errors, a wild pitch, and 2 runners left. Giants are stranded 9. We're headed to the bottom of the 8th. We're tied at 4 on the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West. As we go to the bottom of the 8th inning, a few changes for the visitors for the Giants. They have moved Joaquin Arias from third base over to first base. They have moved Nick Noonan from second base over to third. And they have a new second baseman. His name is Joe Panik, P-A-N-I-K. They also have a new pitcher, Jeremy Affeldt, one of their mainstays in their bullpen. He will take over in relief. So the first batter for the Angels is Callaspo as we get the bottom of the eighth going, and the pitch is in there for a strike. There's also some changes in the outfield. Cole Gillespie stays in the game. He is playing left, and Gary Brown has taken over in center field. Here's the pitch, and that one is chopped just foul out of the reach of Noonan, the third baseman. The count's 0-2. Affeldt's next delivery, that's lined into left field, and that's going to drop in for a leadoff hit. Getting to the ball is Gillespie. A big turn at first by Callaspo, but he will hold on there with a leadoff single. Third time he's been on base today. Looks like he's going to be lifted for a pinch runner. Chris Snyder will be the batter. This is going to be his first at bat.
Kevin Mosquit will pinch run for Callaspo. It's a young man we saw last spring hit a home run here.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yep. I thought that was Dino Ebel over there at first base for a moment. They both wear number 21. 1 ball, no strikes, the count.
You have to sign Dino to a new contract.
That's right. Well, hey, anything goes pretty much here in the Cactus League. We've seen enough bizarre things this spring.
Just remember, don't make up any names.
That's right. You can.
That's happened too.
That's happened too. It hasn't happened in this booth, but it has happened before. When you don't know who the player is in the field or pitching or wherever or waiting on deck, just make up a name. We've known that has happened before, Jose.
Not acceptable.
Some people just like to cover their tracks, Jose. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Not to mention any names. There's a toss over to first base, and Mosquit gets back to the bag safely. Callaspo, who was lifted for the pinch runner. Nice day, 2 for 3. 2 singles, a walk, and a ground out. Here's the pitch. And Snyder around the bunt. Takes that one for ball 2. It's 2 balls, no strikes.
For Snyder trying to make the Angels ball club. Nothing in writing yet as he continues to battle for a spot with Hank Conger.
Right-handed batter. Here's the next pitch, and Affeldt delivers a strike there on Snyder. He wasn't too happy with that call by the home plate umpire, Jim Reynolds, and walks all the way out of the batter's circle. Affeldt last year, 67 games for the Giants. Boy, was he ever good for them in the postseason last year. 10 appearances in relief in the postseason, a 0 ERA. Here's a bunt, and it's dropped down in front of the plate, fielded by Affeldt. He'll throw to first, and it's in time to get Snyder, but he gets the job done on that sacrifice. He moves Mosquit up to second, where he represents the go-ahead run.
Excellent job there by Snyder. Also, the veteran catcher bunks the ball on that side of the field. He knows to get out of that line, and the way he ran to first base, he made sure there's a little gap between he and the white line in case that throw came in and hit him. He starts on one side and opens up to the other. Nice job.
So the batter for the Angels is Borges. And we see Luis Jimenez waiting on deck. So Jimenez would be batting out of Mike Trout's spot. J.B. Shuck came in the game to replace Mike Trout in left field, but it's going to be Jimenez is going to bat out of that spot.
Okay, this is matching. This is righty, lefty, lefty, righty.
Yep.
Both managers doing the same thing here later in this game.
Time called. Affelt wants to talk things over with his catcher, Quiros. Affelt this spring for the Giants. Looking at his numbers, this appearance, his 7th. 5 1/3 innings of work coming in. Walking 5, striking out 1. So he's been a little bit off with his game. ERA a little over 5. But he has been a very dependable and reliable reliever for a number of years. Here's the pitch. That one is low and in. So he's fallen behind on Peter Borges. 2 balls, no strikes.
Affelt has made the most out of his role change dating back a few years now, but he came up with as a very promising starter with the Kansas City Royals system.
Here's the 2-0, and that one pitch, it's tipped foul right by the plate. I can remember Jose, he had a lot of trouble with blisters on his pitching hand, on his fingers.
It seems like
early in his career.
He did in the starter, and then also a lot of the scouts and talent evaluators saw him as a guy that kind of ran out of gas when he approached 85 to 100 pitches.
He throws hard. He has a good fastball, and he has a very good curveball as well.
He's had a nice career as a reliever, no doubt.
Here's the pitch. Peter goes after that one and fouls it off on the right side, backing out of play. So it's 2 balls, 2 strikes on Borges. He's had 2 hits today, a single, a triple. He scored a run. He's also struck out. Affelt is ready. And the next pitch, there's a bouncer just foul on the third base side. Straight to the line, but a foul ball. Affelt, a guy usually tough to elevate the ball against him. Last season, in just over 63 innings of relief, he gave up just 1 home run. And again, he was just off the charts effective in the postseason last year. The pitch, and there's a good curveball that is swung on and missed by Peter Borges, struck him out. Mentioned Affelt has a good one, and Borges can attest to it right there. It's out number 2. So here's Jimenez getting ready to bat. Ibar, who's still in the game, he's waiting on deck. And the pitch, the first one in there for a strike. I mentioned this is Mike Trout's spot in the batting order, the leadoff spot. Trout had a 1-for-4 day with an RBI double. He also scored a run. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that one is cut on and missed. It's now 0-2 on Jimenez.
Well, that's been a little late on the curveball right there.
He might be seeing another one. Jimenez, 275 batting average this spring for the Angels. 2-strike delivery. He saw another one, but it missed low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This game was moving along in the early innings when you had the 2 starters out there, Vargas and Zito. They each pitched well, giving up just 1 run apiece. Vargas worked 6 innings, Zito worked 5. But it has slowed down once the relievers started coming in. There's a pitch that bounces in. A good block by the catcher on that one as Quiros stopped that ball, keeping Mosquit at second base. 2-2 the count on Jimenez. Jimenez back in the box. 2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Next pitch way outside. So it's a full count, 3-2. After Affelt posted another solid season for the Giants and had his success in the postseason, Giants signed him to a 3-year deal in the offseason. We'll see what happens on the 3-2. The delivery, it's low, ball 4. Pretty good at bat there by Jimenez. He had gotten down in the count, but ends up drawing a walk to keep the inning going.
Excellent job by the youngster Jimenez. Mike Socha taking a look at Jimenez and Luis Rodriguez. Guys trying to make the team. They both have come off the bench today and given the Angels pretty good at bats.
So here's Ibar, and Eric is batting for the 5th time today. He's got a good workout. He's 0 for 3 with a sac bunt. Switch hitter batting right-handed. Affelt's delivery, and Ibar fouls that one off on the right side, backing out of play. After the game, we'll have the post-game show. Jose and Michael Eaves on Fox Sports West.
Michael Eaves in town.
So Michael Eaves here. He's getting ready for the show. The pitch a liner, but right at the second baseman, and Joe panics. Makes the grab on it. Ibar hit it hard, but right to the second baseman. That'll end the inning. Angels had a threat here in the bottom of the 8th. No runs, 1 hit. A walk, no errors. 2 left hits, 10 stranded for the Angels today. We're headed to the 9th, tied at 4 on the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West. As we go to the 9th inning, it's been announced that this will be the final inning. So if we're tied after 9, there will be no extra innings today. We'll see what happens here in the 9th. 4-4 the score. Ernesto Frieri will take over for the Angels. He becomes pitcher number 5 of the day. Michael Morin got the final out last inning. Did a good job replacing Scott Downs, who struggled. And Frieri now becomes pitcher number 5 of the day for the Angels. There's a new left fielder in the game for the Angels. Up from minor league camp, Zach Borenstein comes in to play left. Luis Jimenez stays in the game, and he replaces Callaspo at third base. So here we go to the 9th inning. Nick Noonan leads it off for San Francisco. First pitch from Frieri. It's fouled off just to our left and out of play. Ernesto appearing in his 9th game this spring, a 1-1 record, 7 1/3 innings, 11 hits allowed, 6 earned runs, walked 3, struck out 2. His ERA is over 7 this spring. And right now he is projected to be the Angels' opening day closer. And the pitch, that one is low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Certainly today you would have liked to have seen a better outing from Scott Downs, and
Definitely.
the Angels bullpen is still in a state of flux right now. Here's the pitch. That one misses low and inside.
I'll consider one of the key pieces, of course, with Downs not throwing the ball well. Jepson, we can't say he's 100% yet. He only threw 9 pitches the other day in a minor league outing due to the fact that he had been held back because of tightness in his triceps. Sean Burnett threw the ball well last time out. He's been up and down. David Carpenter has been throwing the ball good. Garrett Richards, a bullpen candidate, has been throwing the ball extremely well. Yep. And Jerome Williams has not.
Right. I mentioned Jepson. He's only pitched 3 innings this spring for the Angels.
And Nick Miranda was sent out to Double-A, option to Double-A before today's ball game. Fernando Cabrera reassigned to minor league camp.
2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Hunter Pence is waiting on deck for San Francisco. He's gone all the way for them in right field. Here's the next pitch. That's low and inside. So Frieri working a full count here on Noonan.
Well, Asperger Frieri needs to be more economical with his pitches. I mean, he's a guy that will get to the outs. 23 saves and 26 opportunities, but they're not easy. Usually around the 17 to 22 pitch on the average per inning.
And the bar you kind of set as a pitcher, you'd like to go 15 pitches or less an inning. Here's the 3-2. That's fouled off on the left side, backing out of play.
If you're a strikeout pitcher, most likely you're going to average more than that due to the fact that you're going to go into deeper counts, but still, it can be better.
So battle going on here with the count 3-2. Noonan, Pence, and Posey are the batters scheduled. And Posey does have a bat in the dugout, so he will be hitting as well. He's been their DH. He's already batted 4 times today. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Fouled off by Noonan on the left side, backing out of play. That breeze has picked up, blowing out a little bit to right and right center.
And the peak.
That's the way it's headed. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Noonan. Frieri, another new baseball, delivers. Fly ball lifted into center field. Peter Borges backpedaling. He has plenty of room out there. He's under and put it away. And that'll be the first out. So a long battle goes in Frieri's favor. 1 gone. Here's Pence, who's been on base 3 of the 4 times he's batted.
It will be great if Frieri gets good command of that cut fastball he's been working on and the changeup. And usually the changeup for a closer doesn't come that easy. It's not like he has the luxury of testing the waters in the 9th inning with a game on the line, or experimenting. You can see through the years.
Here's the pitch. That one is fouled off right near our booth.
Changeup takes a long time. Jordan Walden tried it. Francisco Rodriguez tried it for like 3 years before he implemented it. And Fernando Rodney, well, that's what makes Fernando Rodney who he is right now, that majestic changeup.
Here's the 0-1 pitch inside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Frieri with that 94 to 97. If he can really master not slowing his body down and being able to set up a big differential there, he could be a premier closer.
Here's his next pitch, and that's low and away. 2-1 the count on Pence.
Ryan Madsen himself possesses a very good outspeed pitch.
It's a good changeup. Speaking of Madsen, it's a circle change that he uses. The 2-1, and that is low, ball 3. So 3 balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch, and on the 3-1, it's low, ball 4. Frieri walks the second batter he faces here, so they have the potential go-ahead run on at first base. Posey will bat. That's the 5th walk issued by Angels pitchers today. They've struck out 6 along the way. And here's Posey, who's had a 1-for-4 game. He scored a run his last time up. That was last inning when the Giants put 3 on the board in the 8th to tie it. We're tied in the 9th, 4-4. Frieri bluffing a toss over to first base. Posey, a right-handed batter. And here's the first pitch. He looks it over. Frieri misses low and away. Buster Posey, a number of years ago, out of high school, was actually drafted by the Angels. The Angels drafted him in the 2005 draft. He was a 50th round pick.
Well, let's draft him just in case, but they knew what was going to happen.
Right. He ended up electing to go to college, and that wasn't a big surprise. And then eventually, while he was in college, he was drafted by the Giants, a first-round pick. Some 3 years later in 2008, he was the 5th player selected in that 08 draft. And boy, what a player he's turned out to be in the big leagues. The National League MVP a year ago at the plate. Toss over to first. Pence back again, diving back safely. One ball, no strikes to count. And here's the pitch. There goes Pence. The pitch is missed. Throw to second. It's high, and Pence is safe at second base with a stolen base.
Now Frieri is slow to the plate. Very deliberate. Pence with a pretty good jump, testing Chris Snyder, who really had no chance.
1 ball, 1 strike to count on Posey. A base hit could give the Giants the lead. Here's the pitch. That's in there for a strike. Ernesto is set. He's taking time between pitches. He slowed it down a little bit ever since they got Pence on board. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That's fouled off on the right side, backing out of play. Arias, who has played the entire game at third base, Joaquin Arias, he is waiting on deck. The count's 1-2, and the Angel reliever wheels around, bluffing a pickoff toss to second. A lot of the fans, and it's another sellout crowd today, over 9,600, still here to see what might happen. Could end up in a tie. We know we're not going to go beyond 9 innings today. Here's the pitch. That's a shot into center field. That's going to drop in for a hit. Pence is going to be waved around. The ball was fumbled by Borges. No throw to the plate. And the Giants take a 5-4 lead. So Posey singles up the middle. Will be lifted for a pinch runner. And for the first time today, here in the 9th inning, San Francisco goes on top.
The MVP gets a nice reception from the Giants fans on that side of the field and shows his quality and his class right here. Last 2 at-bats. Really cutting down that swing and going up the middle. Against Downs and now against Frieri. After not looking all that good in his first 3 at-bats where his swing is very long.
So here's Arias at the plate, and he takes that one for a strike. It's 0-1. Francisco Pregame is the pinch runner. Oh, and 1 is the count on Arias, and the next delivery, that one is low. Well, today, Jose, Mike Scioscia had it set up the way he would have liked. Even,
no doubt,
kind of mirroring a regular season game, bringing in Downs in the ball game to come in the 8th inning, trying to hold on to a 4-1 lead. That didn't happen. And then after they tied it, bringing in Frieri here in the 9th, just hoping to keep it tied, and that hasn't happened either. So again, the bullpen not settled right now with you know, just a few games remaining for the Angels here in Arizona. 3 games left here.
More questions than answers right now. There's no way of hiding that.
Right.
And then consider with Frieri, who's a high pitch kind of guy, and early in the season, if he has one of these games where he has to throw, you know, 27, 30 pitches in an inning, how many times can you do that throughout the beginning of the season to have him available?
Right. There goes the runner, Pregame. The pitch is fouled back behind the plate. Now, on the flip side, I think everything is completely settled as far as the Angels' everyday lineup. I mean, there are no issues with that right now, and health-wise, the Angels are in good shape. But the pitching right now, there might be more question marks than exclamation points right now. 2-2 is the count. And here's the pitch. There's a swing and a miss, and Arias chases a nasty pitch low and away, struck him out. So that's the second out. And Mike Scioscia, because of the number of pitches that Frieri has thrown, he's going to take him out here, and we're going to have another reliever come in to try and get the final out in the 9th. So another pitching change coming up. We'll see the 6th Angel pitcher of the game when we get back. Right now it's 5-4 San Francisco. Pitching change in the 9th on the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West. Ty Kelly is the new pitcher for the Angels. He's back up from minor league camp. He's actually distinguished himself in the times that we've seen him pitch for the Angels coming up from the minors. So they'll try and get the final out here in this 9th inning. Kelly has appeared in 3 games before today, working 3 scoreless innings, allowing only 1 hit, striking out 6 in those 3 innings, 0 ERA. So Frieri leaves, and Ernesto went 2/3 of an inning, allowing 1 hit walking one, striking out one, giving up 1 run, and leaving with a runner on at first base. Ty Kelly, pitcher number 6 of the day for the Angels. Angels back at it tomorrow on the road to take on the Chicago White Sox, and it'll be Tommy Hanson against Gavin Floyd. Tuesday, Jared Weaver against Ian Kennedy, the night game between the Angels and the Arizona Diamondbacks. And then on Wednesday, the finale here from Arizona in the Cactus League, Angels and Rangers. Wednesday afternoon, a noon start for that one. The pitch, that's popped up foul on the left side, backing out of play. Joe Panik is the batter. And Panik, who came in to play second base, is batting for the first time in the game. Kelly is ready. He's a right-hander. Runner at first goes. The pitch is high. The throw to second. It's way late. Easy stolen base. Aguero steals second.
Well, there's been so much going on here in the last 3 innings that it seems like Vargas and Zito were not even involved in this game. It was as clean a game as you've had here in spring training, with the way both teams were performing defensively. And the battle's going on offensively even without all the runs put up in the first 6 innings.
Here's the 1-1. That's in there for a called strike. Yeah, Vargas certainly did his job. He pitched very well. It was by far his best outing. And Giants, I'm sure, had to like what they saw from Zito. Went 5 innings for them for the second straight start. Zito, as we mentioned earlier, has not given up more than 2 runs in any of his appearances this year for San Francisco in the spring. There's one chopped foul over on the right side. And Cal 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Waiver wire will be busy all around baseball. Also, some decisions have to be made with veteran players who were invited to camp and are due to receive money here soon if they are kept or sent down.
Kelly is set. Runner at second. His 1-2 pitch. That's popped up the mid of the catcher Snyder. It's still 1-2 on Joe Panik. Crawford, their shortstop, he's played the entire game. He's waiting on deck. Bruce Bochy has kept in a number of his regulars in this ball game. It's helped them come back and take the lead here in the 9th inning. The count's 1-2. The next pitch way high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mentioning Bruce Bochy, the manager for the Giants. They have a pretty good thing going with Bochy. He's won the NL West 6 times in his 18 years managing in this division. Of course, he used to manage the Padres. And there's a swing and a miss at a 2-2. And down on strikes goes Panik. And Kelly comes in and does the good job once again. He's been very impressive this spring for the Angels. In the inning, though, they get the run earlier. 1 run. They had 1 hit that walked to Pence. Ends up hurting the Angels in the inning. There were no errors and 1 runner left. So we're headed to the bottom of the 9th. It is 5-4 San Francisco on the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West. We go to the bottom of the ninth. The Angels trailing San Francisco 5-4. Giants have a new pitcher. Heath Hembree will take over. He pitched in A-ball and Double-A last year. So he replaces Affelt, who worked last inning against the Angels. He did not allow any runs. He did give up a hit and walk a batter and strike out one. So Hembree is the new pitcher, and he has a good arm. He throws hard. Fastball and slider is two main pitches. He'll top out around 97 miles per hour in the count 0-1. Jose has headed downstairs. He'll visit with Angels manager Mike Scioscia after the game. There's a pitch. It's low, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Luis Rodriguez is the batter. He's had a walk his only time up since coming into the ball game. Hembree appearing in his 8th game this spring for the Giants. Delivers a strike, and the count 1-2. He had Rodriguez checking that pitch was in there. Hembree has worked 7 innings, giving up 8 hits, 5 runs, including a couple homers. His ERA is over 6. One ball, 2 strikes. The right-hander's pitch popped in the air into shallow left field. It's hanging up, though, for Gillespie to come in and make the catch. And that'll be the first out in the bottom of the ninth. Cole Calhoun will bat. This is his first at bat today. He's hitting out of Josh Hamilton's spot. Josh had a good ball game. 2 for 4. He had a pair of doubles, drove in 2 Angel runs. Mark Trumbo, who's had 4 at bats today as the DH, he is waiting on deck. Calhoun awaits the pitch, takes the first one high and away. Cole is just 8 for 37 this spring, although he has driven in 10 runs with those 8 hits. And he's hitting .216 in the Cactus League. He has struck out more times than he's had hits this spring. 10 strikeouts, 8 hits, and he takes that one for a strike. 1-1 the count on Calhoun, who had been sidelined with some back issues, but back in action now. Hembree ready on the next pitch. Calhoun fouls that one off on the left side, backing out of play. So the count jumps to 1-2. Don't forget, you'll be able to check out the Angels this week at the Big A, Thursday and Saturday. Exhibition games against the Dodgers, Thursday night 7:05. Friday night, the Angels will be at Chavez Ravine, and then back to take on the Dodgers on Saturday with a 6:05 start as Calhoun swings and misses a 1-2 fastball. That one had a little extra on it. Struck him out, and that's the second out. Angels are down to their final out in this game. Trumbo will be the batter. Heath Hembree, the pitcher for San Francisco here in this 9th inning, their 6th pitcher of the day. Here's the pitch on Trumbo, called strike. 0-1 the count. Mark today 1 for 4. Here's the next pitch. And that one missed a little bit high. 1-1 the count on Trumbo. Andrew Romine would be the next batter. He came in to replace Howie Kendrick at second base. Romine has yet to bat today. Howie went 1 for 4 with an RBI. Here's the pitch on Trumbo. It's a shot right up the middle. A low liner that rolls out to the center fielder Gary Brown. So Trumbo gets his second hit today. Andrew Romine will be the next batter. Romine, a left-handed hitter. He has an excellent shot to make the Angels opening day roster. He's hit 256 this spring, and he takes the first pitch low. 1 ball, no strikes. Kind of wondered if Mike Scioscia would pinch run for Trumbo, but he has yet to do it. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th. The pitch, and that one is low. 2 balls, no strikes. The catcher Quiros goes out to have a word with Hembry. And as they talk things over, we want to remind you that opening night at the Big A is coming up. Before you know it, Tuesday, April the 9th. That will be the home opener. Angels host the A's. 7:05 first pitch. Fans in attendance receive a wall calendar courtesy of Smart and Final. Those will be given away while supplies last. To purchase tickets, visit the Angels Stadium ticket office or angels.com. 2-0 pitch. Fouled off by Romine, out of play. And the count 2-1. Hembry is ready. His next pitch, swing and a miss at a high fastball. Hembry has a good arm. He was bothered by some right elbow problems last year. Was a closer in their lower minors last year between A and AA. And he's trying to get a save for them here in this one. Angels are down to their final strike in this ballgame. Hembry's had 2 saves this spring for San Francisco, and he misses with that one outside. 3-2. Romine trying to keep this game alive. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the 9th. There goes Trumbo. The pitcher's bounce back to the pitcher, who smothers it in self-defense and underhands the toss to first, and the ball game is over. Romine hit it hard, but the comebacker right at Hembry, who held his ground and makes the play, and that will wrap things up here in Tempe. In the bottom of the 9th, no runs for the Angels, a hit, no errors, and a runner left on. Looks like the Angels ended up leaving 11 base runners on base today, and again unable to hold on to that late inning lead. So the Giants win it by the final score of 5-4. We'll have the totals coming up shortly. With the ball game, a long one today, 3 hours and 42 minutes, and we had 9,657 on hand for this game here in Tempe, as the Angels Cactus League record now drops to 7-17-4, and the Giants win their 12th. They have a record of 12-14-4. Let's go down. Jose Mota is standing by with Angels manager Mike Scioscia.
Thank you very much, Terry. Mike, starting with the positive side, we saw from the starting pitcher, Jason Vargas, it is important for you to see him get up 7 times. Can you explain more what that means to you as a manager?
Well, it's really, he's got another tune-up before the start of the season, and you've got to get your length in you and get the stiffness out the next couple days to be ready to start the season. Jason was just terrific this afternoon.
What was the key, you think?
Well, I think, first of all, he had nice life on his fastball. Hit spots, was ahead for most of the day, and when he needed it, he had that great changeup. Had a good breaking ball, too. He pitched.
How pleased are you as to where your offense is, seeing that you're also implementing more strategy with a bench in place put on during the ballgame?
Well, we early on, we didn't execute like we need to. We left some guys on third base, but I think you're going to see as these guys get their legs under the batter's box that we have a lineup that is going to swing and swing well, and we need that. So I think today Josh got a big hit for us. Albert looked good in the box. Those 2 guys are really going to be important to us. Mike looks like he's locked in. Eric Ibar's situation, look at second. So these guys are getting close.
The bullpen continues to struggle and the numbers don't look good, but what you see and how you evaluate, which questions are you hoping to get answered out of your bullpen here very soon?
Well, Scotty Downs never really got into his game until they got a couple runs off him. Then he started to throw the ball the way he can, and he just didn't have his rhythm early. So you'd rather have it happen down here than next week, but both he and Ernie are important to us, and they've struggled the last couple outings.
Mike, thank you very much.
All right, Jose.
Terry, let's go back upstairs.
All right, thanks, Jose. Again, the final score today here at Tempe Diablo Stadium. The Giants come back and beat the Angels 5-4. For those of you watching on TV, Jose Mota and Michael Eaves will have a lot more post-game analysis. And on the radio side, we'll have more for you from Tempe as well. Again, Giants over the Angels 5-4. This is the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West.